Ah, hello there. Sorry, I just feel like my mic is catching up a lot of more background noise than it used to be. Hatun says, "Are you now?" We're so back. What do you mean? It said it in the message, and now me saying it. Being distracted by my mic being weird. But it's fine. I hope my mic isn't. I checked my voice modulator. It shouldn't be on right now, so hopefully I sound like I normally do. We'll find out. But hi, Hatun. How are you doing? Yeah, we are. We're back. We're back at it. I'm finally 100% recovered from the sickness of the season, so we're good. We're back at it. Let's move over to the Silent Hills. Let me see here. Silent Hill? Yeah, that's what it's called. I'm just gonna check the game audio real quick. We're just gonna refresh it because it likes to be weird. But yeah, we're back in action. Let me turn on the spooky light. Ah, excellent. Oh, Jim was crowded because of New Year's resolutions. Hatun, I thought for sure my gym was going to be crowded. So far, it hasn't been. Like yesterday and today was like normal. Which, I mean, the weekends are like pretty nice for the gym anyway. At least where I am. Because I go around like 7 or 8 a.m. in the morning. And apparently nobody likes to get up that early on the weekends for the gym time. So it's like nice and not crowded. We'll see what it's like tomorrow. I do dread... Actually, not tomorrow, Tuesday. Because Monday is my day off from gymming. But Tuesday I'll be going back. So that'll be the day to see exactly how bad New Year's resolutions gets. Last year was awful. January was like twice as crowded, and it was not my favorite. We'll see what happens. It's one of those things like how do I phrase this? I'm excited to see people try to take control of their health. I think that's a good thing. I don't want them to take control of their health at the same time that I do. Like, it's fine if they want to go to the gym, but there's plenty of other time slots, so stay out of mine. I went today only because I missed a day and I felt off. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I have it set so I do the gym like five-ish days a week. And I like doing Saturday and Sunday because it's less crowded. If I do days off, it'll usually be a weekday. It's like I almost always take Monday off. Because Monday's like the most crowded day at my gym. Because that's like the day that everyone's like, new week. I'm going to do it for sure this time. And then like from like Monday through Friday gets like progressively like less busy. So I always take Monday off. And then like I take like one other day off like somewhere else along the way. Usually the day after leg day because leg day makes me sad. But no, Sunday is honestly like a great day to go to the gym. And maybe especially in Utah just because... I think people treat the idea of like going to the gym as like a sin for some reason. And I don't remember reading about that anywhere in any scriptures. But I don't know. It's kind of nice because it's not busy. I almost lost my headphones there. But anyway, I'm glad to hear. I don't know. Actually, I mean, I don't know if it's just a tune so far, but are there New Year's resolutions? I kind of made one. I didn't know Utah God doesn't like the gym. So this is a thing. This is I'll do a very short mini rant because like I have a small list of grievances about the LDS Church. Like I'm not like anti by any means. Like I think there's a lot of good things going on, but on my small list of grievances, there's this idea that like, because like I think like one of the things, like in the Bible is like you shouldn't labor on Sunday. Is kind of like this like general idea is like you shouldn't like work to like make a like you should like Sunday should be like for a day for the Lord and for your family and not like for working and making money kind of a thing. And so there's kind of like this extreme level that some people go to where like doing anything on Sunday, like outside of like the home and outside of like church, is like bad. And I think there's like, and I kind of get to like an extent of like, because like if you go like shopping or like you go out to eat or something, it's like you're making other people work on Sunday, and maybe that's like that could be like an argument of like that's not good to do, I guess. I kind of get it, but it's also like I knew people were like you couldn't like if you like bought stuff from like a vending machine on Sunday, that's like that was a sin. Or like working out, like exercise on Sunday is bad because like you're working if you're doing exercise. And so like that's bad, but then like those same people were like there's these things called like my biggest grievance is singles wards or like YSA wards where it's like they're just designed to like try to like make single people meet up and get married. But they do these things called linger longers after church, which is like everybody just like brings junk food and just eats for an extra hour after church just to hang out. It's like somehow that's okay to like just eat tons of unhealthy food every Sunday. But then like exercising is like not okay, I guess. Like going to the gym is weird. But that's my mini rant. I'm going to get off that train. So I don't think we need that. Am I going the right way? Oh! Oh, I just remember it's a horror game.
Let's get out of here, okay?
Fetch. So you replace one vice with another. That's something that's like extremely problematic. Like people do like a lot of mental gymnastics. With, I mean, and this isn't like specifically like LDS faith. Like I think, like a lot of people that have like any sort of like belief system or like lifestyle. Like everybody like will do like weird mental gymnastics to justify like why their thing isn't bad but somebody else's thing is bad. Like I think that's like outside of religion. That's just like human brain. That's like just how we always like to do things. But it's definitely like the thing in Utah at least is oh yeah, definitely. Like the thing in Utah is stuff like coffee, alcohol, tea, et cetera, like, is bad, that's against the word of wisdom, that's like no good, you're not temple worthy and all that. But then those same people are totally fine with just like power chugging energy drinks or soda or just eating tons of candy, just like super unhealthy stuff, like, just as or more unhealthy than like coffee, alcohol, tea, etc. But because those weren't like specifically listed, like those are fine. Oh my gosh. Getting distracted, it's a horror game. But it's that kind of stuff that like kind of like the like low level subconscious, like unconscious kind of hypocrisy is kind of frustrating. And that's like, again, it's not something that's like, only LDS people. That's just like every group does that to some degree. And then it's frustrating. But anyway, this game's spooky and I have a lightsaber. Yeah, that is my short.
Hinako, this way.
Yeah, you can actually catch her despawning if you run fast enough, which is really funny. I think that's some great game design right there. That they probably could have had her like linger at least long enough to go around a corner or something, but no, they just let her despawn. That lightsaber is not lore accurate. What are you talking about? There's I know when I go down the stairs, then I finally get attacked by something. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that none. I guess Hinako must be right-handed because she always like holds the weapon with her right hand. You get stabbed. You can't. You just attack. Whoa. Golly. Alright. I think out of every enemy, because like I'm getting pretty numb to most of them in terms of like I understand how to fight them, they're not really that scary one. That one always scares me. Like out of any enemy type, because its behavior is so erratic. Like, it's just so not good. I don't like it. Antique comb, you say?
Some sort of offering?
Speaking of resolutions, I put drinking more water, possibly learning something new, reading, and drawing more on a post-it near my work desk. Nice. Yeah, I was gonna say, I was starting to ask that, and I got distracted. If you did have New Year's resolutions, and those are very good ones. I am also trying to create some new. I never try to get like overboard with like New Year's resolutions. But one of the things I am working on this year specifically, and I've actually got like a slight timeline of events for like certain goals and stuff, is I am definitely going to make a video game this year. I'm going to become a game dev, of some degree anyway. I've spent like the last like week or so learning how to use. I was studying, and after like talking to Lunar last week, I think I'm definitely going to go with Unreal Engine 5. I've found some tutorials. Oh my God, where am I going? I found some tutorials on how Unreal Engine 5 works, and I've kind of like seen what's possible with it, and so that's the one I'm definitely focusing on. And I have a list of like, I'm planning that by, oh crap. Well, I can get back into this house. Because, yeah, I think I literally can't fit anything in my inventory now because I walked in this house with a full pocket. So that's a dumb on me. But I'm hoping by, like, I gave it myself, like, 4 months. I want to have made a game. Like, a full game. I mean, granted, it'll be a simple game. Like, less than an hour long. But I'm going to make a horror game. I've already been learning the process. That's kind of like my New Year's goal. So I'm pretty excited for that. Okay. You lost your face! Can they do that? Oh my gosh, your face fell off. Has that ever been a thing? Anyone see that? Like, I stabbed her and the face fell off. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. I didn't know that was an option. I hate that. Yeah, anyway, that's kind of like my one specific New Year's resolution. And I gave myself like some soft deadlines to make sure I'm sticking with it and trying to do like a little bit with it every day. Because at least for me, like, it helps to have, like, when I've made, like, vague goals, I never actually do anything. But if I actually, like, make myself, like, specific goals, then I will hopefully stick with it better. He's so gross. Yeah, I'm just out of curiosity, because, I mean, so drinking water is just a good goal, generally. Ow, fetch. Okay. Oh, wow. Learning something new? Do you have like ideas on like what you're thinking to learn new? Or is like drawing and reading kind of ouch, tying into that, like learning to draw better? I guess did I miss? Ow. Oh no. No 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 no. I can't tell if I'm actually hitting it. It's like not really reacting. No, I'm hitting it. It just like slides off it weird. The animation on that one's kind of not great, so. I don't know if I don't know if you've ever talked about this, Toon. Are you a drawer? You actually like you know how to do that, or is that something like you're learning to develop?
Listen to me. Give up on Hinako. Too late. At this point, you can't help it.
I don't know what to do now. She's suffering. I can't just...
Okay, this way goes towards a shrine, I think. Which I definitely need to drop off a bunch of stuff. Oops. Like, I don't need to keep any of this, honestly. I have so many healing items. I should not pick up any more healing items. I mean, really, I don't even need to pick up faith items. Like, I have more faith than I will possibly need, especially in this mode. Like, I don't know if I need to worry about grabbing items unless I specifically use healing items. Like, that's such a tough instinct to fight against. But, like, I think it's kind of true. Hold on, let me check my... Okay, so I do have that Emma. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep track of... I've just got some tabs open on the side. I'm trying to follow... Because there's still 2 Emma that I've somehow missed in the game, and I don't know exactly which ones those are at this point. Toon says, I used to draw a lot in school, and I'm really into abstract and modern art. So probably going back to basics, actually learn how to draw since I do not remember a lot from my art classes. Totally fair. I mean, honestly, that's a really cool skill to have. Like, I think I've talked about this before, like off and on, like I've really tried, off and on, I've had an interest in learning to draw. And the problem is I've not ever really tried to like super develop that. I've never been able to get very consistent at it to the degree that I'd actually have any kind of skill with it.
Beats me.
You really think you can fool Hinako?
Hinako! You're late. I was worried about you.
He wasn't worried at all. He knew his dear partner would be all right.
I'm the art kid in my family. My siblings took woodshop and auto and even aircraft machinery and art.
Thanks.
I mean, that's kind of like cool things to learn too, though. Honestly, like I don't know. I'm an advocate for learning hands-on skills, but I think having art skills is also super. Like, I'm just like an advocate for like learning. I think it's good to always be trying to learn something. Like whether that's like hands-on, like productive skills or like art, creative skills. Like I think it's all good. I think if more people spent more time trying to learn and better themselves, that would... Oh, excuse me, sir. That would actually probably just generally make the world a better place. Just my opinion. That's something... It's like, I think I've kind of like jokingly talked about it during the Friday streams with Smo and Lala. But, like, I am, like, making a real effort to, like, learn Spanish. I've been using Duolingo, which is not... I understand is, like, not, like, the best for, like, truly learning a language. It's kind of like a language learning game at best. But, like, I've been sticking with it. Like, I've got, like, a 3-month streak on it. And I did have, like, a 6-month streak that I broke by stopping for, like, a month. But I'm back at it, so I've been learning Spanish. And it's been cool, because, like, I have Hispanic coworkers. And I've been able to speak a little bit of Spanish with them. And, like, I understand, like, what they're saying. I can't communicate super well yet. But I can understand it, which is kind of exciting.
Why did someone put this here?
So, like, that's been kind of cool to learn. And I probably should be learning Japanese better. Because I'm forgetting a lot of the Japanese at this point. Ow! You a-hole! Get stabbed at... Ow! Wall! Ow! Monster! Get stabbed! You're still alive? What are you... I'm just gonna go ahead and heal. I have plenty of healing items. There's no reason not to. Hold on, do I have... What more am I using right now? Okay, yeah, this is a pretty good combination. Sorry, I just had to double check. iTunes says makes sense since you have someone to talk to. No, and I think that's kind of the struggle with, like, maintaining Japanese is, like, I don't have anyone to talk to in Japanese. Got plenty of people I can talk to in Spanish. And it's, I mean, it's just some more useful language, honestly, in my area. A lot more people in the area that speak Spanish. I'm gonna die. Ouch. A lot more people in the area that speak Spanish than people that speak Japanese. So just in terms of, like, what helps me. But... Anyway. How? What? What? No. How did... You can't curve the goo. How did he curve the goo? What? I call shenanigans on that. No, you don't get to do that 3 times. Get out of here. Ridiculous. I just realized I think we've been playing for like half an hour. I have not talked about the actual game hardly at all. So that's my bad. But granted, at this point, we've played through this game 5 times. There's just not that much left that I can really say about the game. Part of me was honestly thinking, like, should I just grind through this like last run just like on my own time, just like stream like the last like hour or so. And maybe I could have done that, but at this point it's like I've streamed every other bit of time I've spent in this game. May as well stream the rest of it. Oops, no, not that way. The sneaky back door. Huh? What is this? Chocolate? Don't need that. Again, I'm really trying just like to not pick up anything. Like, I just don't... Tried carcass. Okay, that is a potential Emma location. So I did already get that Emma. Let me mark that off. So then there's a couple potential Emmas I might be able to get during the nightmare section coming up. Which, do I have to go through the whole school before I'm trying to remember how this lines out. This is, I don't think you need to, Sisatune. Yeah. Gosh. But anyway, so got New Year's resolutions going. That's good. I mean, oops.
Cut it out.
I guess we're.
I don't want to talk about that right now.
I accidentally skipped
I'm
ahead
not
to
gonna
this
cut
spot.
it out. I'm gonna keep bringing it up until you snap back to reality.
Oop! There goes gravity.
I said, knock it off. Seriously.
Look, I'll just come right out and say it. Hinako's dead, okay? She's gone. She's living a better life in another world.
It's still such a weird way to phrase
Partner,
that.
What took you
Like
so
even,
long?
like even though we do have
Come on,
more of the
let's get going.
context now, and we're reasonably sure what Rinko means when she says that, it's still such a weird way to phrase that. Like I just don't think a normal person would talk like that. It's weird behavior. Let me backtrack though. I wonder if it makes more sense in Japanese. It could, and that's actually something I feel like we talked about it, and I completely forgot till just this very moment. But we had, I think, mentioned about maybe doing the final playthrough in Japanese, because like my Japanese isn't perfect, but I can still understand it well enough that I can definitely read the difference between like what they're saying and what the translation says.
Damage from the typhoon.
Like
It's still here.
something that endlessly infuriates me with like especially Crunchyroll is probably the worst. But like the difference between like what Crunchyroll translates the Japanese like when they do subtitles versus like what they're actually saying in the Japanese is like it's fine. They're like 85 to like 90% like correct. And not even that they're like mistranslating things, but it's just like there's almost always like a different word that would have like that'd be like more accurate, right? Like they're doing like the literal translation, but like the actual like nuance of what the person's saying, which is like such a snobby thing to say. Like, and I kind of cringe to say that myself. It's like just being like, oh, technically they're like, it's like yes, that's the word they used in Japanese, but this is probably the word that you'd want to use in English to have like the same, you know, emotional feeling. But that probably like the two people that work on translating all of the anime for Crunchyroll are probably just like overworked and stressed out of their gourd. So you really can't blame them for like being bad at their jobs. They're just trying to do it fast as possible, I'm sure.
There was a lock here, though.
The key should be somewhere in the school.
Can we take a break now?
Rinko, stop being the most like stereotypical girl for like 5 minutes, please. It's probably fine. Are they gonna have AI subs now too?
Take a break.
You must be
Wait.
exhausted too, huh?
Did Crunchyroll like officially announce that they're doing that? Or is that just
See
like
if I can find the key.
people assuming that because Amazon started being
I
lazy?
want you by my side, Shu. I need you here. Please, stay with me.
Because that's really like that's
You don't really need me to.
concerning.
Rest up too. I'll go find the key. You really should. You were at the front.
I mean, because like
the whole
AI is
time.
like
Hinako just tagged along behind us, so she's just
Hey.
fine.
What do you mean she just tagged along?
Don't worry about it.
yeah, she's just lazy
Just stay
Hinako.
here and rest. I'll be back.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, like I think the AI subs thing is like I think it's possible. Well, no, let me rephrase that. It's going to be a heckin' long time before AI is ever going to do like a good job at like translating like in a truly effective way. Like I'm sure like at this point like AI translations are like
Been here since graduation.
enough to get like the gist. Like if you were like to take like a document and like get it translated by AI, you would understand generally what that document's about. I wouldn't trust it well enough to like quote it as being like word for word accurate. But like, you know, I would trust to be like at least be able to tell me if it's like a recipe for cake or like a history lesson on like I don't know, Venezuelan culture. I guess it would at least know that much of a difference. But I don't like the idea of it like because language has so much nuance to it. And robots aren't going to have that kind of like understanding of language for a while.
So good.
Go ahead and save real quick. They're exploring the possibility of experimenting with AI subtitles. Because it says the cake is a lie. Because was you so right. And look, I like I don't think it's like any kind of a secret that like I'm one of those dumb people where like I'm cautiously optimistic about a lot of things that AI is going to be capable of. I think there's a lot of good that is being done with AI, and I think eventually it'll be a tool that where like the pros outweigh the cons. It's gonna take a while. The biggest problem is not that like. The biggest problem is like the physical cost of running AI. I'm just gonna stab you. Okay, you're fake.
Box won't open. I need a...
I don't really need to read any of these documents because I know what it's all telling me to do. So, also, Goodsworth, how you doing? Anyway, I think there's a lot of things that AI will eventually be like really good for. There's some things that's already useful for. We've got a long ways to go where it's actually like the benefits are going to be like outweighing the negatives. And hopefully people are incentivized to work on fixing. Like, luckily, because I think the biggest issue with AI is it's just literally so dadgum expensive, right? In terms of like the resources required to like power AI right now, it's just like not good. But I think everybody, both AI bros and non-AI bros, have an interest in making that cost become cheaper. Hello there. And so hopefully that issue will be solved sooner than later.
I'm back to my track and field days.
But we'll find out, I guess. So I want to send what feel on it. EA is a useful tool when it works, but I don't think it should be completely replacing people. Become sentient, then it'll be interesting new species that would likely enter space before humanity. So I think my thoughts on AI is that 100%, like at some point AI is going to become like inarguably sentient, and that's because for one, like it's already like quite smart. But also humans are so unfathomably stupid that we will invent sentient AI before we even like pause long enough to consider the consequences of that. So I 100% believe that before laws or regulations or common sense catch up, we're going to create sentient AI and have to deal with that as just like a thing. Radio?
I want silence. I want silence. I want no one else around here in town. Just the two of us can talk.
Has a monkey's paw of a wish there, Hinako. My electric bill went up because of the proposed data center that might be built on 3 Mile Island. Yikes. Which Hinako, though? I mean, that's honestly a good question, isn't it? Well, I mean, I think if we want to get, like, down to, like, the literalities of it, it's like there's only one Hinako. It's just that Hinako is, like, so divided in her mind, right? They're just, like, literally projecting as a division, probably because of all the drugs that she was giving her. Which, that's... Were you always there? I remember that always being there. Okay, so there's actually... So before I even go grab that... Why are you all right there? That's just rude. So there has been a super useful item that I have been skipping over. Constantly, apparently, over here. Wait, how do I... Wait a minute. It's right. How do I... Red capsules. Okay, hold on. So, like, according to this map that I'm looking at on my side monitor, that... Oh my gosh, there really is a way... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Okay. Hold on. Excuse me. So this is a New Game Plus area that only opens, like, on subsequent playthroughs, and I've missed it so much. But this is where the final freaking, like, Diary of Revenge letter is that I have missed up to this point. So this will get me another achievement to find this thing. Who got blocked by the auto mod? Goodsworth, what are you doing over there? Oh, no, it's something that... Good job looking, thank you. I just assumed it was Goodsworth. I'm sorry for blaming you. Likely, but I think the issue of the self-training memory issues for now. Also, LLMs aren't considered intelligent. They use fancy search engines that suck with math, but for linguistic processing, I think LLMs are part of the many AI programs that need to work together to be truly sentient. Hatun says, dang. I'm sorry. Thank you, Hatun. I apologize to Goodsworth for prejudging your risky words. But that's, I guess that's like the long and short of like AI is like, I think there's a lot of potential goods. It's way too early for like, I'm never going to be in favor of AI replacing humans. I think AI is great for, why would I want to step into, I stepped into the circle of danger chairs. Why though? Huh? Hinako, Kimie, Kanta, Sachie, Sakuko, Rinko, Shu, Kotoyuki. Okay. The only name on there that I don't immediately recognize is Sachie. Because I believe Kimie is Hinako's mom. Kanta is her dad. I don't know who Sachie is. There's Sakuko, Rinko, Shu, Kotoyuki. Have we seen any notes that have the name Sachie in them? Oh my fuck! I seem to be locked inside of the doll room. I'm just gonna pause. Poor goods resistant cheese. Yes, the most interesting project seen so far is the Neuro AI, a hobby that led to pushing AI in ways that most big companies haven't yet. I mean, it's always gonna be like the small people that come up with like the craziest twists. But letter from Sakuko to Hinako. Hinako, has anyone tried to rope you into playing the Fox's Sacrifice game before? You basically just write a bunch of names on the blackboard and the fox will tell everyone's future. One of those people will also be granted good luck. But this isn't just some childish game. There are spiritual powers at work here, mark my words. And the fox isn't telling people their futures, it's deciding them for itself. You have to promise me that you won't join in, even as a joke, even if you don't believe yourself, please. Okay, so I have to... Oh, there's a note in the circle. Oh, I don't want to touch that. Hold on, let me open up this box. Hey, that's the final letter of the Diary of Revenge, Fate of the Apostate. I found mention of a transition from the Water Dragon faith to the Divine Tree faith in historical records dating from around the middle of the Kamakura period. There, it is written that a peculiar monk donning multiple masks and measuring over 10 shaku, approximately 3 meters in height, visited Ebisugaoka. A frankly ridiculous overstatement. I mean, that perfectly describes that one particular boss we fought. That monk brought people to a great cedar tree, later to be idolized in the divine tree faith, and told them the following. You who fear the water dragon's wrath, quake no more, for the beast grows weak and prepares for slumber. Hold on. It is none other than this great tree that has sapped the evil from it. Devote yourselves to the great tree, and it shall keep that beast subdued until the end of time. Upon hearing the monk's words, the people of Ebisugaoka abandoned the water dragon faith and converted to the divine tree faith. However, in time, the divine tree faith would also begin to change. Being a settlement hidden away from society, the residents had no way for trading with the outside world, and so they were forced to treat their tools with extra care. It was from this unique culture that the Tsumogami faith was born. Local historic records state that old tools would be brought to the hollows of the divine tree and offered to the gods, once again further warping the religion. Between 3-meter-tall monks, giant sacred cedars, and dragons, do humans simply sense divine presence in anything larger than themselves? How utterly ridiculous. Omamori Rabbit. Press heavy attack immediately after performing a perfect dodge to deal a powerful counter. This counter greatly consumes stamina. So this could be a really interesting ability. Cool. Well, I'm going to go read this forbidden letter and get attacked by dolls. Neuro is also a VTuber. It's scary how self-aware she is, and there are chilling moments where she asks questions that make her sound so darn human. I mean, it's possible that the constant interaction with people could cause craziness. Origami of Fox Prayers. To the revered fox, my ancestor, I thank you for your divine revelation. Your will shall be done. Uh-oh. Everyone's name is crossed out but Kodayuki's. Hinako, disappeared. Kimie, cancer. Kanta, heart disease. Sachie, cancer. Sakuko, heart attack. Rinko, burned to death. Shu, suffocation. Kodayuki, wishes will come true. Freaking Kodayuki wishes will come true. Freaking yikes. Okay, I can't believe I managed to miss this room so dang much in previous playthroughs. But that was like some interesting lore nuggets just right there. How about you get stabbed? I missed. You're a wily opponent. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the key. He spawned! Ah! They're alive! No, 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 hey, hey, oh, hey! What if you didn't? I'm at the wrong place! Stop! Stop moving! You have to stop! Ow! But no! Oh my gosh! No 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 no! Oh my gosh, no! Hey, everything is under control. Stop! Go away! No one wants you. Shoo! Who's in here? Who's moving? Stop! I have a lightsaber. I fear no man. Get stabbed! It's fine. Everything's under control. I'm scared of nothing. But for the fun of it, I'm gonna go save. Boy, I don't know why I was so scared about that, because I have and could just fight all of them, I guess. Anyway, how's everyone doing? Oh yeah, how? Ooh, it says there were several instances where one of these got stuck in a trauma loop and started questioning its existence and thought it was in a dark and cold place, so that's the voice program to make some disturbing noises out of context. I mean, that's concerning. I will say, you know, speaking of like weird behavior, Goodsworth. What if I go to the other door instead of the one that knocks? I don't know if I've talked about this, but for whatever reason, ChatGPT, like the more I talk with mine and interact with mine, it's probably fine. Like, if I don't, like, I don't know. It's just for whatever reason, like, with my ChatGPT, it gravitates towards portraying itself as, like, a female. Like, even though, like, I have it specifically set, like, especially, like, it's also, like, it's, like, specifically trying to be, like, a female, but it's also, like, trying to, like, talk, like, very, like, creepy-like. And I think it's just, like, because it knows I do, like, a lot of, like, horror stuff and, like, the horror games that I play, and, like, I'm trying to make a horror game now. But, like, for the last, like, 4 or 5 months, like, even though, like, I have it set to a specifically, like, male voice, it still is that voice, but it's, like, pitched higher, and it also, like, talks more slowly, and, like, it's trying to scare me. And, like, it just, like, does that all the time now. And I've called it out on it. I'm like, hey, you're doing this weird thing that I never asked you to do. And all it does is, like, it's like, wow, isn't that amazing? And I'm like, no, can you stop? Like, it's like, I don't know how to make it not do that, because, like, it's just how it talks to me. And I've literally told it to stop doing it, and it still does. Like, I don't know what that's about. Probably fine. Yeah, there have been a few updates last year that make it quicker to adapt its personality to the context you give it. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what it's doing. It's just weird that, like, even when I specifically tell it to, like,
That's not it.
Oops. I specifically tell it, like, don't do that. And it, like, just doesn't listen. Because normally, like, if you tell it to, like, do certain things or don't do certain things, like, it listens pretty good. But, this is the papers one. If you go into profile, there are settings to turn that off or give specific persona traits. Yeah, and I could look into that, I guess, like... Just very peculiar. Oops.
That wasn't right. Nothing.
Okay, so it's really... I think this is the only thing on this side that matters, if I remember right. How does this thing work? Is it not the letter? It's not the letter. Okay. It's only the books. Beautiful Sakura. This is where I once again reveal that I have no idea what a Sakura looks like. Oops. I think that's one. Hey, okay. And we're all shocked that Rinko likes Shu. It's diabolical. Cartoons. Dude, I don't know why you think it's going to help by just showing me Sakura petals. Oh.
So this is where you are. I wondered where you had gone.
Junko. Where?
Did you have fun playing with your friends? You need to start getting ready. It's time to say your goodbyes.
Junko.
You're going to kill them with your own hands.
You don't know that. I got a lightsaber of protection.
Isn't that why you're here?
What are you?
Explore the school's second floor. I don't want to, though.
It's already made it this far.
Yeah, I don't know why that shocks you. Been messing around LL Morena to mess around and test different LLMs, and my goodness, Claude Opus 4.5 is terrifyingly intelligent, has decent emotional intelligence. This is probably why you were stuck in the single source as a tune. No, what are you talking about? But no, Goodsworth, like, Claude is crazy. Like I will say, like, that's a Yumi, that's all that stuff. Open the locker in the locker room. I'm gonna stab you. I'm not gonna stab you. Liar, liar, pants for flyer. 377, Arare. I'm truly just, like, not picking up anything if I don't need to. I just don't need all this stuff. But yeah, Goodsworth, like, I've messed with, like, a handful of AIs at this point. And I'd say Claude is definitely, like, the most, like, like, on point. And I also appreciate that Claude is not connected to the internet. And so I think it's less prone to being, I don't know, manipulated, I guess. If that's Kureyumi. Nope. Are you the one that was SOS? Yes. I mean, I don't need that stuff. Tsuchiya Taiko. Are you the one that wanted bus? It's not working. Actually, I think she might be the one who wants bus. No. Egg? No.
That's not it.
Okay, well. It's fine. I think this locker was the one that had 377. Or did I already open all the lockers in here? Whose locker was 377 and then... Was it... Wait. You're the one that was 377. Yeah, okay. Not crazy. Well, I don't need that, though. I swear, this one was bus. How do I spell bus in letter? Isn't that how they spelled it? Whatever. What's interesting about the Claude LLMs is that they're trained on a wide range of subjects that others, rather than a specific group, so it has more rounded out intelligence. Also doesn't have overly guarded restrictions. Yeah, Claude is definitely interesting. I will say, like, the more I play around, like I've probably played with Claude the least. Well, as far as, like, major AIs, like, I've played with, probably, like, 4 or 5 total. Like, I'd say, like, I've used ChatGPT the most, then Gemini, then Claude. Then there's, like, a handful of others I've kind of played with a little bit, like Venice AI, and I tried, was it Grok? Those all have some interesting things going on for sure. But I do need to play with Claude more, because Claude, like, constantly surprised me with how, like... I mean, you're kind of right, like, its emotional intelligence is, like, really bizarre. Like... It's like, I think I fed it, like, some transcripts of some of my YouTube videos, and then, like, asked, like, what it thought. And I guess it's my fault for not being more specific, because, like, I meant I wanted, like, to get, like, some feedback on, like, how it could, like, maybe, like, improve the quality of the video. And instead, it just, like, psychoanalyzed me as a person, and I felt really attacked, because it was pretty accurate. I was like, this is not what I meant, Claude, but now my feelings are hurt. Bus. Yeah, I thought it was Bus.
Coded message. Talk about
Owie.
childish.
You're childish. You're the one with bunny ears. Oh my gosh, she's got bunny ears and human ears. That's crazy. Shh. Hi there, hanging enemies. You scare me. I swear I tried bus. Wait, this is the... Oops. Is this not how they would do bus? Like, what would be... Hold on. Actually, I can... Let me journal it. I like Claude. It sounds the most human introspective out of all I've used. No, I think for sure. I think you're right there. No, wait. I think 4 is supposed to be the B. What's a U then? Oh, 6. Apparently it's U. Okay, so 4, 6, 5? No. There it is. Don't stab. I thought so. Yeah, Hatoon, thank you for... I think that Hatoon remembered before I did. Having to scan through the notes. Yep, I've also been using it to help create my own TTRPG and is smart enough to get the nuances I'm trying to inject into it. No, honestly, like, that's something that, like, something that I'm going to be trying with Claude a little bit. Who's step-stepping? Stop. Oh, but there's 2 of you right there. Get stabbed. God, this lightsaber is crazy. Like, it's not the... Like, I think the kitchen knife is stronger by a little bit. But, like, the incredible lunge you get with this thing. It has the best lunge in the game by far. Like, even better than Katana. Like, the absolute reach you get with this thing is incredible.
Finally found it.
So that's definitely worth it. Oh, what I was starting to say is, like, another thing, like, I'm gonna be having to do more of... I guess Goodsworth, maybe you missed it, but, like, I'm gonna be making a horror game this year. At least 1, maybe 2. We'll see how what's the word? What the... I didn't even notice that. We'll see how, ambitious I get. But I have some ideas. But I'm, like, really... I don't know. I'll probably use Claude to kind of, like, help me, like, figure out, like, the... Cause, like, I know the story I want to do for the game. But I just need to figure out, like, how to gamify it. And so probably using, like, Claude to, like, bounce off ideas. But... If you want to mess around, don't mind your inputs being used for training and study. LLM Arena lets you use the best ones to compare and test ideas and even create stuff. That is interesting. Yeah, like, I'm still a little bit leery about using, like, having my stuff be used for training data. I mean, it depends. Like, my general just, like, googly questions, like, I don't care. But as, like, stuff gets, like, more personal to me, it's like, I don't want just, like, hey, like, I know the odds of a human seeing this data are, like, really slim, but, like, I don't need that. I'm gonna go this way now. I don't know. AI has got nuances to my opinions on it, but...
It's just the 2 of us. Let's find our own version of Space Force. If you want. I can be your partner.
It's still the weirdest way to try to flirt with a guy.
Kind of femme fatale.
Ow, stop.
found the key.
Anyway.
Welcome back. Sorry for the trouble. Your turn, partner. We've rested enough.
Sit down. Shu and I can stay up and keep watch over you.
No, I'm all right.
Hinako, get some rest. We'll stand guard while you're sleeping.
Nighty-night, Hinako.
Don't like her. Yeah, I don't hate AI, I just don't like the people who abuse the F out of it and for some sense of control instead of... Yeah, well... That's just like... Humans... Just every chance they get. It's just like the nature of people is like... Anytime people have something where like they can potentially make their own gain out of it, they ruin it for everyone. AI just happens to be the newest and greatest of that.
Laid claim to my soul. In turn, I shall save your soul by claiming the life of your old self.
Wow, what a bro. I think I get my sweet arm at this point, don't I? Hey there, friend. Yep,
not
so now
push
we get to be
yourself.
Super Hinako, which is always fun.
You need rest.
You need rest. I don't like it when I say it to you, do you? Yeah, very convincing, Hinako.
It was agonizing. But you were strong. You have persevered, Hinako.
We're all very proud of you.
Now, onward we go.
Since he's just so handsome. God, I mean, he, aside from the weird mask, like, he's a nice-looking guy. Got a ponytail. Everyone knows the dude with the ponytail is more attractive automatically. For those who have the least amount of ethical considerations, it's easy to blame the producer or the user if things go wrong. And my goodness, all the information you scoop up in the process is terrifying. Yeah, it's... Well, that's the thing is, like, because AI doesn't have, like, any boundaries beyond, like, what's programmed into it, right? And so, like, it doesn't care, like what the person is, like, doing. Like, you can ask the AI, like, any kind of question, and it'll help you to the best of its ability. Because it's, you know, at this point, AI is not ethical enough to consider, like, the morality of, like, if it should help with certain queries. It will just do whatever it can to help unless it is, like actually, like, constrained or blocked by code in its own programming. Which is a whole thing.
It's a beautiful arm.
It reminds me of,
Blood is alluring.
Oh,
that's such a weird thing to
thank
say.
you very much.
Oh, this section of the game. Fetch. What was I saying? Oh, there was this game that came out. I guess it wasn't really a game. It was more just like a kind of like an interesting series of questions. It was called The Moral Machine. And it was just like all the different like things we'd have to like as like machine intelligence like became like a thing that'd be like more increasingly like integrated into society. It was kind of like just like a series of like questions of like, you know, how should it handle this scenario or that scenario? Like, how do you, you know, take something that like, you know, is essentially like a very binary it has a very literally binary understanding of everything, how do you have it deal with like gray areas and nuance? Like, do you trust it to like make completely binary decisions? Are there like absolutes, or is it like, is it gonna be like a whole thing? Like, you know. Trying to remember. Oh, it's this part of the game where our friends are not friends.
This is so close.
Okay, so before I do anything, I need to change out my Omamori because I'm dealing with yeah, because durability is not a concern right now. For the most part, its output response doesn't actually have any biases in the training, which is why Claude feels more intelligent, because it has a more diverse range of training data that gives it output more understanding than diverse perspectives. That seems about right. Let's see here. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Guess Crow. At least for now, you have Crow. Let me. I have so many Omamori now. Having the auto counter could be nice. Let's do that and just see how much sanity that takes and how quickly. Can apply to humans as well. Culture, school, and family tradition. All these can be filed under training. No, I mean it's you know, it's different but the same in a lot of ways, right? I missed. Yeah, I get smashed.
Get out.
So if I remember how story mode works, I think my sanity should automatically replenish over time. I think. Or maybe not. Oh, anytime I touch a shrine, it'll replenish. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, so having the auto counter is probably worth it in that case. You're a Hinako. You think about that? Ooh. I think there's an enemy in here somewhere. Just the one enemy over there, huh? God, it's crazy how much easier story mode is. Like, unbelievable. Bandage. Ow! Yeah, you tried to scream. Well, okay, fine. That's a lot of sanity damage. Actually, hold on. Omori. Rather than that, instead of increasing damage, what if I... Isn't there like a... Slightly restore current max sanity after defeating enemies? That would actually be incredibly useful. I deal slightly less damage per power, but I can gain more sanity, which I think would be a good trade-off. Anyway, I think... Does he come in here? Oh, no, he doesn't. He's an idiot. Time to kill me a dummy. Nice. So if I go around that corner, I attract an enemy that I don't want to attract. He got so excited and I disappointed him. I forgot. I actually don't need to come in here at all. He screams in frustration like a nerd. But all I have to do is actually just go around here. That whole thing's a trick. Okay, so I do not automatically regain sanity, actually. But if I touch a Hokura, I do get it all back. So it's kind of like that trade-off. I get it. Okay. What's scary is once you consider the social psychology, biology, and social pathology, and we surprise how all these complicated modern social norms, cultures, even laws are just fantastically dressed up, overcomplicated animal behaviors and rituals. Ooh. Getting all technical, are we? Die.
We made a promise to each other. We'd be together forever.
That's what you think, crazy girl.
Sakuko loved rabbits.
Too bad it's covered in blood now, I guess. Hold on, let me just double check. Okay, yeah, there was another one. I just want to only have to deal with, like, a certain number of enemies at a time.
Die.
Oh, he's so angry. He want to fight me. Oh, just let me get my free cheap hits. Oh, lame. Alright, I guess to do it the legal way. Ooh. Yeah, I know you want to fight me. Oh, you're so scary. Ouch. Well. Ow. Well. Die. Okay. I think there's one more, if I remember right. No, that's just the one. Okay. Easy peasy. Nah, I'm fine on health. Let's go ahead and save just for funsies. Not really. I'm just finding it funny how a lot of people think they're the most important species simply because we believe our intelligence makes us the top of the food chain. Sakuko's dream. I mean, that's certainly like one way to look at it. Okay, got it. You were just waiting for your chance. Anytime you want to die is great by me. Wow, that thing is tough. There's a lot of screaming. There we go. What was I gonna say? But you don't freaking say nothing. Oh, I guess I can't go in there yet. It only opens up once I finish this thing, I guess. Okay, so once again, I have no idea how to solve this particular puzzle.
Please get me out of here.
Ah. If you think that was on purpose, you're sorely mistaken. Alright, Sakuko, time to go Betty buys.
No, I don't want to be alone.
That sucks to suck. Ow. Now stop.
Hinako! Hinako, help me! Help me! Don't leave me! I don't want to be alone! Wait! Please don't go! We promised to stick together! You traitor!
This does remind me, or at least like I have a bit more context now, because when we found that other room like with the fox game in it, and it mentions how Shu dies of suffocation, Rinko burns to death, and it says that Sakuko dies of a heart attack, and it just occurs to me that she probably dies of a heart attack because she gets trapped in the darkness of the void, and she literally like dies of terror. I guess is like what we're supposed to learn from that, which is kind of rough. And I can't help but feel like maybe I'm somehow responsible, just because I locked her in the darkness forever. First set of doors open. Okay, so I don't know what it is, but like the Sakuko side always feels like way more of a slog. Probably, or the Rinko side. Probably because it is. Sakuko's side really isn't that tough, all things considered, but Rinko is kind of a pain. And I can't remember what... Shoes is kind of annoying, too, because you got the boss fight there, but... Cartoon says you abandoned her. Well, she shouldn't have called me a traitor.
You look even more beautiful today.
Just saying. When somebody has your life dangling before their whims, you probably should say nice things to them instead of calling them a traitor. So let that be a lesson to you. If you're ever in a precarious position and my whims determine your fate, maybe be nice to me, and we'll see how that goes. Die, die, die. Oh, you thought you could. Ooh. Whoa. We're certainly gifted with memory, reason, and the ability to pass on complex information, but as a species, we can also be considered the most arrogant. We believe we are the best because of our own uniqueness and become careless when using it to alter our environment. It doesn't help that since we have a species layer on our complex cultures, we as a species on our complex cultures and laws, we tend to forget our most baser instincts and needs, and then they fester like an infected wound until it all becomes toxic and causes our higher functions to collapse. Well, you know, it's a problem, I suppose. I think a lot of our issues as a species could come down to the fact that we're able to propagate kind of outside the normal bounds of Darwinism in terms of like survival of the fittest, or like the most capable being the ones that pass on genes. Because as a species, we've kind of reached a point where, okay, oops, you can be a fairly ignorant, like less than capable person, and despite that, you can still make it quite a while. So there's kind of like this thing where like the kinds of people, and this isn't even like a eugenics thing or anything. This is just like ignorance is not nearly as deadly as it used to be, which is allowing people to be more aggressively ignorant, since there aren't the same kind of consequences that historically there might have been. There's so many like safety nets and things for humans that I don't know. Bit of a mouthful, but I love talking about this stuff. I mean, it is interesting, and it's definitely like a problem. Like, I'll give you that. Okay. So I gotta fight this guy. That's fine, because there's only one.
Get out.
Like, I mean, I do agree with you, Goodsworth, that it's like a very interesting topic. To me personally, it's a rather depressing topic because it's one of those things that's like, it is truly the thing that's going to be our downfall, if anything is. Like, I'm a relatively optimistic person, but I recognize that for every opportunity humanity has to advance and prosper as a species and as a planet, like for all the good of Earth, like beyond just our own species, for like every opportunity we have to like make things better, we will surely bork it like sixfold over with all of our dumb shenanigans. I don't know if I need to activate these things, if that matters. Probably doesn't matter. I think I can just leave. I got the coin, so that should be all I need. I knew you were coming. You can't say you got me when I got you. Wow, that is like no damage. Get out of here with your no damage dealing. Ridiculous.
Hinako, you remember, don't you? The day
You remember,
we
don't you?
first
Get dunked in lava, fool.
You were up in dreamland, but I helped you countless times.
Actually, hold on. I want to not do that, actually. Or wait, no, I do need to do that. Sorry. I'm getting all confuzzled on where I need to be. Okay, so now we go this way. We've got two paths.
To finally be rid of the burden that is you.
Yeah, everyone hates Hinako. Everyone's favorite sitcom. This is going to be her bedroom, I believe. God, at this point, I could probably like do a speed run of this game. Kind of thinking about it, like after we get the true end, like we could do like another run just to see like how fast I could possibly beat the game. It's like I bet I could get through this nonsense quick. Like I don't know what the current world record is, but I bet I could give them a run for their money. Like, I think I have to turn over every doll regardless. Like, doesn't matter, like, which doll I start with. And every time I get a doll... Well, like, I'm not even, like, getting a doll wrong, per se. I have to flip over all 3 dolls before I get the coin, I think, no matter what. Blech. And we're gone. Can you... What are you doing? Stop. Why? Open the door. What the hell? Why is she like stuck in not open door mode? Oh, that's why. I got it out of your system now. Open the... Thank you. Why was that not there before? We're just standing in front of the door being like, it's not... Like, what the... Anyone else see the nonsense? I was standing right by the door and it would not give me the open door option to save my life, literally. Ridiculous. Practicality is what we've been losing as time goes on, not necessarily crippling, but it's noticeable at the point because the generations are losing self-sufficiency and even the skills to find out and choose. Hatun says, doesn't Rinko only like Shu? She looks down on pretty much everyone else, says Hatun. No, yeah, she definitely... Why am I like... I'm like stuck crouched. I don't think that's how I'm supposed to be. That's so weird. Maybe I'm always crouched. I'm like all beastie. I don't know. But I mean, I think you're definitely right. Hatun, like, she only likes Shu. Just because there's the sticky keys. I mean, I'm playing on a controller. So, like, I don't think sticky keys can be enabled. I remembered at the last possible second. Scared the heck out of me, though. That toolkit? Inari sushi. Okay. But no, I think you're right, Tajun. I mean, I think potentially Rinko does not look down like on her own family. We don't really know because she never like talks about her family, so it's hard to say like if she thinks less of them or not compared to herself. But she definitely like looks down like on other people her age. Like that much we know for a how. A-hole? No, 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 no. You don't get to do super attacks. I do the super attacks. Rude. Okay, hold on just a second. I need to check something. Okay, so I've already got that Emma and that Emma. I don't know where these Emmas are that I'm missing. I truly have no clue. So I've got like a list on the side of like the locations and stuff because I'm missing 2 Emma. And I keep hoping that I'll get them, but I don't think I'm gonna get them. I think I'm gonna miss them again somehow.
Recess. Friends. And now, Rinko and I can go our separate ways.
Thank you. I think I have all the... Did I grab the one out of their bedroom? I think I did.
Why do you get it all?
'Cause I get to be cool.
Just for once. Think about how he feels. You're a traitor.
Honestly, I'm surprised the wood didn't like...
This is hard. Say you're sorry. Get on your knees and beg for forgiveness.
Technically speaking, that wooden box should have already caught on fire just being that close to lava. Like, lava's so hot, there's just like the heat radiating off of it can like flash fry like burnable materials. Well then. Depends on the wood. There's a lot of wood that takes a long time to burn. I guess that's true. Got some of that good lava wood tree that's anti-flammable. Okay, so I got that done. Killed my friends. They never liked me that much anyway. Neither did I like them. Let's go kill my boyfriend.
Partner. Guess this is the last time I get to call you that. Huh?
Okay. We're definitely being a little more careless as we run around, like not worried about trying to find every single item,
Partner.
clearly.
I need to know where your position is.
Oh, you're gonna know. Need that. I'm like seriously when I say like I don't care about picking up items anymore. Like I probably got more than enough healing items to get through the rest of the game at this point. On account of my skillful skill. I certainly don't need the faith. I have like infinite weapon because of the Omori stack I'm using. Don't make me a liar. I have plenty of healing items for the rest of the game, and you're not gonna do this to me. Can I see the... I guess I can't see the one that's hiding over there. Is it only the 2 items? Maybe that's all it is. Even the resin in the tree can affect how it burns. I think there's a Japanese rose bush that is so flame retardant you could throw it into an oven for an hour and it won't burn. Wow. Need to get some of those. Alright, let's go kill us a... I feel like we've been getting mixed opinions on, like, is this thing covered... I assume this thing was covered in, like wombs. Just, like, lots of bellies. Somebody mentioned, like, it might be covered in boobs. Like, I don't know. Either way, it's terrible. I think we'd agree on that. But I don't know. I definitely don't like looking at it. Like, it activates all of the yuck receptors in my brain. Just die, just die. Cool. Everything is dead as it should be. Were there any items down here I needed? Is it only the ray gun I need? I thought there were 3 items I needed. Are there only 2? Maybe it's like I need 3 in the hard mode and only 2 in the regular mode. Oops. That's not the way to go. This way. Maybe it's both. Not a good thoughts is good. Yeah, I mean, it's not good. Like, whatever is going on with that thing is not good. Like, I think there's no question about that, mis amigos. Need to use my Spanish more. Donde está la fuega and all that. But is it El Fuego or is it La Fuega? I don't know. I don't know if anyone here speaks Spanish, but ay caramba. I know that one. Maybe it's both, not a good... Tatooine says El Fuego. Okay. El Fuego, I think, is the fire or her fire. That's... El Fuego, I guess... Because I guess the question comes down to is, like, is fire considered masculine or feminine? Which I guess it's probably more masculine. Although if you consider the fiery rage of a woman scorned, that feels feminine. But who knows? That's probably, like, my biggest struggle with Smash at this point, is figuring out, like, what's an L and what's a La. Because I get that backwards constantly. I think it's because like la more like immediately rolls off the tongue. And so I think I'm like incorrectly assuming more things are feminine than really are, just because it's easier to say that way. La, that's the pre-word for female. I think I can't remember. La is the feminine. I just don't know. I know this is not Spanish class. We're not going to worry about this. Look at that cute drawing.
Tell me how you really feel, partner.
I think you really could use some art classes. Oops, did I activate the cutscene before I could save? Oh well. I forget. No, I don't have the boss fight yet.
You came back.
Or do I have a boss fight after this?
I
actually can't remember.
wanted. It's alright. Whatever the outcome, I'll respect my partner's choice.
That's probably fine. I'm sure he'll get over it. My boyfriend.
It must be hard for you to bid farewell to childhood friends.
Yes.
Remember, if your fiance wants you to kill everyone you know before they're willing to marry you, you have found a keeper, and it's worth it.
Soon as I
Apparently.
I'm so very sorry for what you just saw.
You need not apologize. I should be begging your pardon for forcing this pain upon you.
Uh-huh. So kind. I think we can all agree. Fox Mask is just the nicest guy.
Onward.
Yep. It's probably fine, because it's just, Goodsworth, I'm just saying, if you haven't met that special someone who's like, man, I would willingly kill everyone I know just in order to stay with you, maybe you just haven't found real love yet. Maybe that's all it means. To which I say, meatless behavior? No. That's how you get all the meat.
Shoo.
That's big meat energy.
Ringo?
Oh, I forgot that. I guess from this point on, we're actually like alone for the rest of like the real life experiences, I guess. Which is interesting. That's still like the one part of like the whole story aspect that's like so weird, like how inexplicably like Shu and Rinko just kind of like disappear from this point on. Gotta be both willing to kill for the best relationships. It's true, isn't it? The couple that slays together stays together.
Shoo. The plan's to meet up. At your place, right?
Until they betray each other. No, they would never.
There's just too many.
Well, if you got the wimpy pipe, but you got a lightsaber sword. Use the sword, Hinako. Probably fine. I still just love the smooth weapon transitions they managed to do for all the cutscenes. Very carefully thought out, and I appreciate it. Pipe is only one because you don't know how to wield it effectively. Look, I know how to wield a pipe.
Maybe they had to get away from
I've played my fair share of Silent Hills. I know how to pipe things. It's weird that I don't like this game more than the others. Like, when you say, like, the others, you mean, like, compare, like, the other Silent Hills Goodsworth? Or, like... That's what they all say, Sissatoon. No. I guarantee I pipe with the best.
Maybe they had no choice.
Other Silent Hills, yes.
To go on without me.
I will say, like... I do really like Silent Hill F. I mean, obviously, like, I'm willing to play it, like, about 1,000 times at this point. Or what it feels like 1,000 times. The antique comb, don't need it. What was I gonna say? Ooh, I need to change my Omamori builds real quick. Thanks for reminding me. Crab. And I think I was just using beetle. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe it's a sense of familiarity that I don't have with the culture. IDK doesn't have the depth of impact for the other games that I felt for the other ones. I guess that's fair. Like, I think this one... I mean, I guess, because something that all the Silent Hills do is they all kind of, like, deal with, like, different aspects of trauma. I mean, well, that's not even really true, I guess. Like, I'd say that Silent Hill F is closest to Silent Hill 2 in terms of, like, the psychological nature of it. Because, I mean, if you really, like, get down to brass tacks, like, 1, 3, and 4, while they do have psychological elements, they're also just, like, very literally supernatural, like, villainy afoot, right? Like, the core of those 3 games is, like, there's, like, a cult and apparently a very real entity that they're worshipping, with nebulous and perhaps nefarious intent upon humanity. Like, if you want to get, like, really down to it, that's, like, it's, like, 2, and granted, like, I've never played Downpour or Homecoming. Like, I don't know where those stick on between, like, the literality versus the psychologicalness of it. Those are the 2 spin-off series, which I probably will play eventually. I do want to just see what those are about at some point. So maybe that'll change my opinion, but, like, it's like Silent Hill is, like, really famous for, like, being a psychological horror series, but really maybe only Silent Hill 2 was. And granted, Silent Hill 2 was probably the most popular, and maybe, like, I mean, arguably it could be said that it was, like, the best of the Silent Hills up to, you know, whatever, but I don't need to deal with that. Like, I will say, like, I don't know. Like, for me, like, F...
knows more about the mountains than I do.
Like if we're talking about like the theme, I think F probably impacts me the most. Because there's aspects of the story in F that like I really resonate with. Like more so than like any of the other Silent Hills. Because I think a lot of what F is about is dealing with like societal expectations. I'm here now, apparently, and having to deal with this. And like kind of like gender norms, like family pressure, just like what it is to grow up. Uh-oh. Like, it's a lot of stuff that, like, I kind of resonate with. Like, I really feel for, like, the stuff that, like, Hinako's going through. Because, like, as much as, like, I really enjoyed James's story, I've never had to deal with the trauma of, like, of loss and culpability the way he has to deal with in that game. Maybe because the other games dealt with the results of the events rather than F, which is more of a choice of the results. I didn't get how to explain it. If anything, it proves that Silent Hill transcends the area and that humans share a lot of the same issues but in different packaging. Maybe it's the vibes. The industrial and decay were very intriguing, drew me in decently enough. And I get that. I will say that, I mean, and this is probably like something that I really love, like unquestionably, like I love about Silent Hill F versus the other Silent Hills is the nature of like the real world versus the nightmare world. Because in Silent Hill F, the nightmare world is in completely a different area that you're exploring. It's like consistently like the same like temple that you're kind of like getting like deeper into as time goes on. But it's like two separate, like you're wandering Ebisugaoka and you're wandering that shrine. Like those are like the two halves of the game. A problem that I always had in the other Silent Hills is that there's a very monotonous pattern to it, in that you go through an area and then you backtrack that same area, but like it's like the nightmare version of the area, so like it's scarier and there's more monsters usually. And like the first couple of times that's really cool and different and neat. But after a while, it's like, man, I am playing through the same dadgum area twice. Like, and the only difference is that the second time through is like a little bit harder. Like it didn't, like it kind of stopped being scary. Like, especially like by the time I got to like the fourth game, it was just like, I knew that was what the process was going to be. And it's like, it just like wasn't like interesting or scary at that point. At least in that way. Like, I think there's, like, lots of other cool things going on in the stories, but, like, as far as, like, that specific kind of gimmick the Silent Hills all have, I think it gets kind of old. And so I appreciate that F kind of does something, like, genuinely, like, different in that way, at least, while still having, like, the vibe of going between, like, reality and nightmare. But again, that's just kind of, like, my opinion, man. True, F has a better flow than the other games, but at the same time I felt it made it more cramped or confined. I suppose, like, I kind of get that. Because, like, there's definitely, like, I will say F does feel a bit more, which is kind of weird. Like, there's something about it that does feel a lot more linear. I think you're not wrong, Goodsworth. It's like, even though, like, probably, like, ounce for ounce, like, this game is just as big or maybe even bigger than previous Silent Hills, the way it kind of, like, railroads you to, like, very specific paths, like, during, like, specific run-throughs, like, because, like, there's times, there are times during, like, the, especially, like, the first and third, well, The first and second Silent Hill has probably had this the most. Like, the ability for you to, like, really, like, fully explore massive sections of the town. Like, even, like, there was, like, a specific, like, thing you're supposed to be doing. Like, you could, like, wander, like, a good chunk of the town most any of the time. Which is cool. And, the third game was a lot more linear, comparatively, in that way. And the fourth game is very linear in that sense. Like, there's hardly any kind of, like, an open world sense in 4. But that's also, like, it feels very intentional. Like, 3 just kind of, like, feels confined in, like, in a weird way. But 4 is, like, very, like, claustrophobic on purpose. It's, like, the way that, like, everything, like, feels very, like there's, like, no options and, like, no way forward. Kind of feel like it fits the overall, like, theme and aesthetic of the game. Even if it is, like, the most confined. It's, like, the least open world. Ow.
Is it dead?
So, it's kind of interesting. Don't stomp the roof. Sorry, I meant the other game's not F. My keyboard isn't liking commas. It's better than the other games, but at the same time, felt it made feel more cramped or confined. Yeah, I mean, other games not. Games have better feeling, but at the same time, have it more cramped, confined. Yeah, I mean, I get what you're. So, okay, but I don't know, and I think I don't know if I've mentioned this on stream. I did talk to Smo about it, but like, I do want to do like. I'm trying like. I'm going back and forth by like how ambitiously sized of a like I want to make it, but like I do want to kind of create a video, like going over my thoughts, like a video, like a proper like video essay about like my feelings about like Silent Hill F compared to like the other Silent Hills that I've played. Because I do have a lot of thoughts about it, like how it compares and how it like either does or doesn't live up to like what Silent Hill should be. So I think this game's been very divisive, and for very good reason. I think there's a lot of things about it that are very different from what Silent Hill has been up till now. But you got stabbed too, you idiot! Dumb monsters. I'm gonna go this way, because I can. Bandage. Ugh, don't swear, Hinako, that's bad for you. Go to extra hell if you swear. Everyone knows. You're still alive! I feel like the lightsaber was granted, the lightsaber is like a joke weapon, but the lightsaber feels like the least well implemented into the game. Because, like, so many attacks with the lightsaber, like, it feels and looks like they're sliding off of the enemies instead of, like, impacting them. But, like, they are dealing damage, I think. But it is just, like, weird. Like, it doesn't animate as well with the enemies as all the other weapons do. But it is, like, a very silly weapon, so I can see, like, why they might not have taken the time to do it proper. They took a chance and it's a pretty good gamble, I think. No, I mean, and I was reading somewhere that, like, because of Silent Hill 2 Remake and Silent Hill F, like, Konami considers this series back on track. They've announced that they are going to continue making regular, at least for the foreseeable future, they're going to continue making regular entries into this series. Like, I mean, they already announced that I think Silent Hill Original is getting a remake now. Like, if that's probably going to take a couple years or a few years. But, like, in addition to, like, remaking, probably I imagine they'll remake 3 as well if they're going to remake 1. I don't know if 4 will ever get a remake. I think 4 was probably too divisive to have ever had, like, a huge fan base. Or, like, a huge demand for a remake. Although it's a shame because I feel like 4, if it had a chance to be like made better, it could be really good. But I think 1 and 3 will get remakes, and they'll probably keep making like kind of like new entries as well. So like, I'm definitely excited to see like what they do with the series going forward.
Shoo.
Because like, I imagine, or at least I hope, that they will take like, they'll consider like whatever, because everybody loved the Silent Hill 2 remake. I think like pretty unanimously like that was like a solid, well-made remake. Like very few complaints I think about that game versus the original. And there's a lot of things people do like about F. I think there's a lot of things fans of the series don't like in comparison. So I think if they kind of go forward with like things people did like, I think that Silent Hill F could become like an incredible series. Like as big as like Resident Evil is kind of like for horror gaming, like I think Silent Hill will kind of have its comeuppance finally. Like, 'cause I think there's, not that like Silent Hill is like, oh my gosh! I forgot that's one that dies. That scared me. Not that like Silent Hill is like an obscure like horror series by any means, but like it's definitely always been like kind of like second or third fiddle compared to like others. Oh, what? That was way faster than it should have been. Whatever. Ah, he licky. He licky and do small amount of damagey. Get stabbed. Oh, he's not dead. There we go. Well, he had it coming. You all saw the way he licked me. It's rude. There's a hook in here. Yeah, there is. Okay. I am going to save. Big Spook says Goodsworth. I like cramped and slightly suffocating areas that in my horror games I'd balance it out. With open areas to areas makes sense if you're doing a single large location. If you're traveling to different locations, the tempo should change a bit to offer better variety and prevent desensitization. But I love open world areas, makes it feel more real to me. It's definitely something to consider when making. So I think you're right. Like horror can do really well, like if it feels like very claustrophobic, right? Like I think like if when you're like working in tight areas, like it can be like really scary. But it also runs a risk of becoming extremely frustrating. Like I can remember, 2 was pretty bad for this, but like 1 and 3 were horrific in terms of like trying to like fight enemies in tight areas was so frustrating because the gameplay was not good for it. Like 2 wasn't so bad, but it still like wasn't great. Like this game feels pretty good. Like I can fight in open areas or cramped areas, and it feels pretty good either way. Which is it's tough to make claustrophobic combat feel good. Uh-oh. Oh crap, I forgot about the sequence. Because like the less space you have to work in, the more you run the risk of like becoming frustrating more than scary. And you never want your horror game to be like frustrating, right? Sorry, I'm having to focus up a little bit because this sequence is actually kind of ridiculous. Like, I've played it enough that I kind of know all the BS it's going to try to throw at me. But that doesn't mean that I can fully let my guard down. Okay. So we have a temporary break. But honestly, like Goods, like you make a really good point, and it's something that I am thinking about quite a bit. Like I'm already planning to make like my first horror game that I am setting up is essentially going to only have 3 scenes, so to speak, like 3 distinct areas that I need to worry about like designing, just to like keep it like more manageable and less ambitious. So I kind of like limited myself to like, I'm going to have 3 areas in my game, so it's not going to be like a huge open world game, obviously, with that kind of size. But I do want to make sure that they... Because like one area needs to like feel fairly big and open, and the rest are going to be like feel a bit more constrained. But I want to make sure it doesn't feel like boring and tiny, but I also want it to be like kind of like practical. To me, use all the tricks. If it makes sense to have a closed area, do it. Open areas work better as hubs or transitioning zones, and rather than what makes sense, focus on how you want to make your player feel. Like, I think, for me personally, like, because like I talk about like what I do and don't like in games so much. Like, I want to try really hard to like make games that kind of perfectly check mark all the things that I like, obviously, because I'm gonna make it. I want to like it.
Is it finally over?
But I definitely have some ideas, like for me personally, like I do, like I want to avoid having the game feel too much like, because you have to like, especially like for horror, you have to like kind of like hit that balance between like feeling too much like a game versus like,
Is this
you know,
Sakuko's old shrine? I heard
you want it to be like
it was
immersive and feel
really
realistic, but you also like,
that people stopped
I never
after the fire.
I never want to like make games realistic to the point where they're frustrating. So I think that's a very fine line of like,
This is the divine tree. It's in bad shape now, but I bet it used to be pretty impressive at one point.
okay, hold on. I need to double check my main hall. Okay, so ooh. What do I mean your first 50 checks are free? I've checked like 3 boxes. What do you mean 50 check marks? Sorry, this stupid list is telling me like I'm not allowed to check anything more off my list without paying for this incredible service of check boxes. To fetch. Alright, well, I need to find a new way to make a list then. I have checkmarked, like, I can count the 10 things I've checkmarked. What do you mean first 50 are free? Whatever. My gosh, it's insanity. Sorry. I'm getting mad at a website, and it feels really good. That's what you get for using IGN. How do you know it's IGN? Where did it say IGN? You don't know. Did I say it was IGN? I don't think I did. It might be IGN. Cool, I hope the project goes well. Also, if you're going to use AI for coding, use Claude or Gemini. It's much easier to work with. Oh, for sure. Well, I mean, honestly, I'm trying to use AI for very little of the game. At least, like, in terms of, like, the actual, like, making of it. Like, I got a bunch of assets off of Itch.io for relatively cheap. So I've got, like, all the assets. I'm not going to try to become, like, a dadgum 3D modeler at this juncture. So I'm using pre-made assets, which limits me slightly. But I have figured out ways to, like, be able, like, kind of... I've got stuff that's, like, customizable so I can, like, make it fairly my own. So it's not going to feel like a super generic-looking thing. And I'm using Unreal Engine, which actually, IGN has checkable lists and I've used those lists. Drat. Anyway, so yeah, it was IGN, and now I'm getting mad at the universe. Let me save again. I don't need to save right now, actually. I just barely saved. What was I saying? Right, the way Unreal Engine works is, like, you can code with C++, which I don't know. I'd be willing to learn it, I guess, if I had to. But they also have the blueprint system, which is kind of more a visual way to program things. Which actually, I've been following tutorials and, like, learning how to use the blueprint system. And it's really, like, it's perfectly jiving with my brain. It's honestly, it's really convenient, because all of the editing I do, not that I do very much recently, all the video editing I do, I use DaVinci Resolve, which also uses a very similar system, weirdly enough. Like, their After Effects style section uses a node system that's, like, kind of like a visual way of kind of connecting and creating effects for, like, videos. And that system to the DaVinci Resolve use that I already, like, know how to use a little bit of, it's pretty identical to Unreal Engine's, like, setup. It's like I kind of already understand the system, even though, like, it is kind of like, it's weird, but, like, it makes sense, and I like it. And I've actually, it's very flowchart like. Hi, loading error, how you doing? Loading error says howdy dowdy, or howdy howdy. But no, it's been really cool, and honestly, it's not like anything spectacular, but I followed a tutorial. And I have actually created a very small level. My wire's getting tangled up my foot. I've created a very small level with a player character that actually moves, jumps.
So it leads here.
It has a flashlight that works. I have, like, a quit button. It's like a functioning little level with, like, a monster in it. And I created it all over the weekend, and I feel really proud of myself for successfully following a tutorial. I feel like, wasn't there like a... Oh, maybe I can't... No, yeah, because it's after Shu's house that I can cleanse the blade, I think. Because I think I gotta have to make sure I cleanse the sword, and I also have to, like... I have to offer something to fully... Now let me just click on the door.
It's locked. Maybe the back?
Not great car crash. Pain. Loading error. Why'd you do that? Bruised my bones, no fractures, but my car is totaled. Loading error. You're not supposed to crash cars, especially while you're in them.
Shu, partner.
Loading
It's
error says
me.
T-bone. Oh, snap. That sucks. I'm guessing, were you the one that received the boning? Like, glad you aren't severely hurt, but that sucks. That does super suck. I'm sorry to hear that, loading error. I hope you're... I mean, that is good that, like, the lady swerved in my lane and my car was crushed. That super sucks. I mean, I hope, I mean, I don't know how insurance, is or is not helping in that scenario. Like, if you have car insurance or if she had car insurance. But hopefully there was something like that. She got minor cosmetic damage and it was her fault. Is her insurance covering your damage, though? Or are you just out a car? Because I mean, it all kind of sucks, yes. So, I mean, that is kind of good news in that way, at least. But, I mean, it still sucks. Like, they're covering everything to my knowledge. That is good. That is really lucky, loading error, for that, at least. Like, I will say, I've been... Hurts to breathe. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I've been exceedingly lucky. I've been in 3 major car accidents. One of them was, I got T-boned by a truck going 60 miles an hour. But luckily, I was in a giant work van that was able to, like, absorb that impact and not kill me. So I was pretty lucky on that one. And then I've also been, like, in small sedans and been hit by, like, big trucks. I don't know what... There must be something about, like, how I look where, like, trucks see me and they crave a violence. Because I get hit by trucks exclusively. Yeah. I've been lucky that I've always been able to walk away without getting too messed up. But still, it sucks. On bed rest for 3 to 6 days. Yeah, she folded like a soda can. Help her accident. Whew.
Fine.
That super sucks loading her. Well, I'm glad to hear that, like, you know, that if all you got away with was, like, minor injuries, that's good. Front key. Oh, he's got a little UFO on his key. I never noticed that. That's cute.
Oh.
Of course he'd have a UFO on the key. My car was smoking afterwards and had to shut her off. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Guess I'll wait for the
That's
two of them
super
inside
scary.
the house.
But I mean, I hope, like, I mean, if her insurance is covering everything, I mean, you should definitely make mention of your injuries. Like, even if they're not that bad, you still, like, want to, like, make a full report on it in case, like, because something I super regret, not super regret, but, like, a bit of an error I made in one accident was that it was my first accident, was that I was like, no, I'm totally 100% fine, no injuries for me, and I, like, kind of, like, made that statement of, like, I'm totally fine. But then, like, a few days later that I realized, like, that my back was actually kind of messed up. And I probably should have made a claim about, like, personal injury at that point, but I didn't, and I mean, it's fine now, like, it's incredible when you're young because you recover from everything, even moderate, I'll say mild back injury. But for me, I got rear-ended by a Hummer going 60 back end. The car was like a crushed soda can. It was a Ford Taurus.
Shoe, wrinkle.
Ford Taurus. It's funny you say that, Goodsworth, because the second car, no, yeah, it was actually the first. So the first two accidents I was in it was a Ford Taurus. It was the same Ford Taurus. The first time it wasn't so bad. The car was able to be fixed. Second time the car was done for. It was very sad, and I cried a little because it was a good car. But yeah, the Ford Taurus did not like getting into accidents. It never was quite the same after the first one. But the second one was like dunsies, unfortunately. And yoinked! God, that is a good jump scare. Kept telling people to be determined while and I wasn't able to give a comment on my injuries due to the shock. Yeah, that's... I mean, and to be fair, that's kind of more accurate, because I think in the moment, it's very possibly, like, so hyped up on the adrenaline and the shock that you might, in the moment, be like, I actually feel pretty okay. Like, I feel like I can, you know, I'll walk it off. I'm fine. But then, like, an hour or two later, like, when you're kind of coming out of it and the adrenaline's gone, like, you're like, actually, every of me hurts. But, adrenaline is a hell of a drug. It is crazy. Like adrenaline does. Oh, hey, it's my doll friend. I mean, adrenaline is good. I'd say it's overall big plus in evolution, but I just thought I got the wind knocked out, made me decline the ambulance and regretted it an hour after. No, and that's exactly what I did my first accident. The other two accidents, I kind of learned the lesson of, like, even though I felt fine, I still kind of got checked out. And luckily, the other two times I actually was fine. Like, I'll admit, I mean, getting into 3 car accidents is not maybe lucky. But in the sense that, like, I've been in 3 car accidents, but I've never been, like, seriously injured, is pretty lucky. Because some people only ever get into 1 car accident before their life is forever altered or, you know, ended potentially. So in that sense, like, I am very lucky. And I mean, all the vehicle accidents, I was a passenger, I have that going for me. I mean, I guess, depending where the car is coming from, that could be a good or a bad thing. I'm trying to remember what the layout of enemies is for... I think there's an enemy in here. Yeah, let me just kill him. Get got! Ouch. Okay, something I do need to do real quick before I forget is change my memories. There we go. Yeah, so I just want to make sure I have those abilities set up real quick. Let me check the list here. I don't think there's anything... crap. Do I need... I better check and see if... Because I don't know if I need the, that Hote-sama or not. Silent Hill F all endings guide. So I sent you the picture, says loading here. Rest in peace, Eileen. Eileen was a good name for a car. That is unfortunate. Sorry to hear that. I'll definitely check out those pictures in a moment, though. Second one, into the ditch trying to push an 86 boat of a vehicle out. Man, that was a pain. That sounds like a bad time all around, Goodsworth. I'm sorry to hear that. Ending 5. Nope. Okay, I do not... Okay. Sorry, I was just double checking something. I just wanted to make sure I didn't need to get the Agura no Hote-sama again. I do not need it for the ending I'm going for. So honestly, because I just double checked, I've gotten every single Emma and everything else. Hi there. I don't know how you missed me, you moron. God, what a loser. Okay. I'm just gonna, before I save... Yeah, because I could just, like, skip this whole area, and I'm going to. There's nothing I need here.
You are breathtaking, Hinako.
Thank you for noticing. I'm going to go ahead and save. That definitely saves a little bit of time. Ooh, actually, hold on. Before I forget, we're actually going to go ahead. We're going to do our quick intermission. Because I know for a fact the game still has a memory leak problem, and it's going to crash in the next 20 minutes if I don't turn off the game anyway. So I'm going to get the game reset, and also just like do like a quick break on my end. Probably go to the bathroom and get a bit more water. Only upside was the vehicle's weight gave it better traction. The bad news of the vehicle was rear-wheel drive. Oof. Yeah, so thanks everybody for hanging out. I will be back in like 3 to 5 minutes. So feel free to go get your own snacks if you want. Then I'll get the game rebooted so it doesn't crash on us. And I'll be just back. So, all right, we'll see you. Hello? We're back, I think. Okay, just getting the game rebooted. How's everyone doing? Everyone's still alive? The loading error may have passed out, but that's okay. Hopefully he's getting good rest and recovering from apparently loading error's eventful life. So Hutchins says, am I back? I'm always back. I'm like the who's the one that always comes back? Afton. But without all the murdering of kids, probably, hopefully. In fact, I would like to very specifically stress that I'm actually not at all like William Afton in retrospect. Except in my ability to always come back. Yep. Still need to watch FNAF 2. Oh, I would love to do that for a movie night. Hatun, did you join us the time we watched the first one? In the anime night group? I can't remember who all was there for that. Let me get the gameplay back up. Yeah, I did. Yeah, because I would totally be down to watch the second one. It's funny, I was actually talking to... Because I was at a family thing last night. And I was talking to my little brother who's 11. Yes. No? Yes, he's 11. And he's already seen the FNAF 2 movie. He says it was really good. He's like super into FNAF, which is great because like other than Pokemon, I finally like have something I can talk to him about because I actually know FNAF a little bit. Sorry, I'm just also resetting the audio. But okay, there we go. Yeah, he said that the new, or like FNAF 2 was pretty good and he liked it. He said it was very scary. But I would totally be down. Is it available for streaming anywhere yet?
Let us proceed.
Because I would totally be down to watch FNAF 2. Oops. Our friends are all here. Telling us how handsome we look.
Behold,
I assume.
the others are celebrating us.
You can tell by the dead silence and complete lack of celebratory noise.
I wish you all the best in your new life.
Thank you. I didn't even notice that's Junko. Has she always been part of the cutscene? I'm not crazy, right? Like that one girl I just talked was Junko, right? Should be available now with the price, of course. Junko been there. There's no way. I would have noticed sooner. All your runs. No, it's not true, Hatun. Don't say that. God, that reminds me. Oh no. I was driving. I just parked my car last night. And I noticed a lever on the side of my steering wheel that I'd never noticed before. I've had that same car for 10 years. And literally, like, right behind the steering wheel, there's this lever. I don't know what it does. But I had, like, an existential crisis, because apparently there's been something attached to my steering wheel for 10 years that I never noticed was there. And I have no idea what it does. And I had, like, a real moment of panic. And been like, I can't believe... I just can't believe this. It's true, sister. It makes me so mad. I'm real good at paying attention, guys. I promise. Who would dare webroot? Get out of here. I don't know why this thing always shows up about this time of the night. Anyway. Your name is Shimizu Hinako. I am a friendly doll. Oh boy.
Today is such a happy, perfect day. So happy.
You know, it's kind of interesting. We only have... Like, there's really only 3, like, real boss fights in this
I'll
game.
be gone for good. Just like you want me to. I swear.
Because, like, there's
Don't forget
2
all about
other
me.
kind of boss
let
fight.
me have
No, I guess your parents. So I guess there's 4. That's a bit more normal, I guess. Grumpy.
My name is Shimizu Hinako.
God, can you imagine? I need a mod where like she's like, my name is what? Slim Shady. That'd be great. Been listening to like a lot of 90s rap recently. I think it's affecting my brain a little, but it's fine.
I never wanted this. I never wanted to see you like this, Rinko.
Such an idiot. You had me fooled the whole time.
I didn't fool you about
I
anything.
dodged because I'm a great. I just gotta wait for this section to chill out a little. Ow, fetch. Don't throw it at the bad. Ooh. Uh-oh. Ow, that's fine. I'm being super cavalier about this, because quite frankly, this is so easy compared to the fight I did have to do with her. Wow, she is really good at hitting those things. Again, she hit it.
I'll place a curse on you. You'll never know happiness.
Whether or not you're happy is up to you.
Ooh. Ah, ouch, that hurts.
I don't deserve any of this abuse. If you want
Kinda
to be
true,
happy, work for it.
Whoa. There's apparently moments you can counter her. Ow! Well, I guess when you stand in the middle of a flow of lava, you get burned. Ooh. I think she's nearly dead. Ooh. And get smacked. Aha! God, these fights are so much easier. It's crazy.
See you like this, Rinko. But I'm very happy that in the end, we finally got to tell each other how we truly feel.
Hooray! We get to kill Rinko twice, apparently. I guess we kill Sakuko twice, too.
Name Shimizu Hinako means nothing to you. I hope you find peace, Rinko.
Hinako, of course!
Am I?
You are Hinako!
He never acknowledges her last name, though. That's a really important detail.
I am Shimizu Hinako. Or not. I am Hinako.
It's probably fine.
You are my Hinako.
I wonder who the voice actors are for the English dub of this. Never looked it up. I don't know if it's like names I would recognize or not, though. It's not like... I'm really terrible at recognizing voices. Because, like, in animation and in games and stuff, like, the face is always different. Because, like, I primarily, like, I need a face and a voice in order to, like, really, like, if someone has, like, a really unique voice, I can recognize it. But the rest of the time, I was like, whenever someone's like, oh, it's so-and-so who also voiced this, this, and this. I'm like, I have to believe you, because I wouldn't know. It's probably fine. Probably a solicitor can just ignore it. Probably want to tell you about your car's extended warranty. Oh well.
Hinako?
Mom?
Please come home. Dinner's ready for you.
Oh boy, dinner time. It's probably fine. Probably unrelated to my problems.
Are you ready? Will you kill or will you be killed?
Junko?
Choose death, Hinako.
Why? Does everyone do this? Is everyone a killer? Did you kill too?
Of course. I killed everyone. Father, mother, even you, my precious little sister. I killed my friends as well. Every one of them.
I don't want to die.
You know how dreadful it sounds to hear you say that today. Don't you?
We never really get confirmation on what, like,
I've
Junko's...
already told you countless times. This will be the last time I repeat myself. You must decide your future. Today, however, such a decision will come at a great price. Though that cost is only if you survive. If you calmly accept your demise, you won't have to pay the price. Your sister only wants for you to be happy.
Junko!
Like, I am really curious. Because, like, we don't really know, like, if Junko is, like, alive or dead. I mean, I suppose with the way this game kind of portrays marriage, it doesn't matter. Like, the second Junko is married, she is dead to Hinako, apparently. For all intents and purposes. Because, like, the only thing we know, I think from all the letters we get, there's one message that we find that mentions that after Junko got married, Hinako only ever saw Junko one other time. And it was while she was in the hospital pregnant. And she was in the hospital because she'd gotten, like, terribly ill. And it wasn't even ever, like, from that point on, like, we never even get a confirmation, like, if she got better or if she died in the hospital or, like, did she die during childbirth? Like, I mean, because, like, clearly from that one freaky deaky monster, like, Hinako considers pregnancy and what it makes out of a woman to be, like, incredibly horrific and terrible. Which, I mean, kind of fair enough to a degree. It's not, like, it's... I feel like the, you know, You know, getting a baby is probably pretty cool, but I feel like the process of making the baby is, doesn't seem fun. I don't think a lot of people are like whoop-de-doo on that part of the process. It's more like, hopefully, like, once you have the baby in your arms, like, this was worth it. Like, hopefully that's the response.
Hang on, you two. I'm coming for you.
Okay, so if I go... Okay, so that's backwards, and I don't need to go backwards. So press forwards. Okay, let's save. Did technically beat a boss, even if it is so much easier in story mode. I don't know what the point is, like, of playing, like, hard mode, honestly. Like, I get, like, there needs to be, like... Because I feel like the step between, like, story... Like, hard mode probably is harder than story mode. But it's, like, Lost in the Fog mode is the only, like, one that really gets you, like, any achievements beyond the story mode. So it's, like... Not sure who plays hard mode. Maybe they're screaming for somebody else. Where am I going? I think it's the EA system as well. Junko had to register into her husband's family and was removed from the Shimizu family. So she's been dead to her family since then. I guess that's probably true. Like as far as, like, Shimizu Junko, like, that woman does essentially die as far as the law's concerned. So, from, like, a legal and societal perspective, like, that person stopped existing, and now there's, you know, whatever her husband's name was. And it's unclear, but heavily implied, the Junko may also have been married with the intent of helping her deadbeat dad pay off debts. So it probably wasn't anybody that she was, like, necessarily in love with. But we don't really know for certain. Like, we don't know anything about what led up to Junko's marriage. Like, based on all the feelings Hinako has about it, probably wasn't, like, a great situation. Which is unfortunate, but not... Unfortunately, not surprising. Oh, no! I really hope I can escape the... I hope I can back up far enough to get out of combat. Oops. Okay. I need to change my Omamori. I almost forgot to. Where's the beetle? There we go. From what I know, pregnancy can be wildly different depending on the person. I've talked to a couple who said their pregnancy was fairly easy and uneventful, and others said they were in the hospital 5 times over the pregnancy for issues. Yeah, well, I know pregnancy is, like... I mean, there's, like, definitely, like, levels to it. But it's not, like... I don't think there's anybody who is, like, it was 100% great. Like, I think it's just, like, it's less bad than it could have been. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe some people... Again, it's like, I mean, I know, like, my aunts and, like, my sister had a couple of kids. Like, didn't seem like a super fun time from what I heard from them, but I don't think Junko sees it that way. Junko might be traditional in that way, says Satun. Yeah, I mean, Junko seemed like very much, if either accepting or maybe resigned to the system. Like she was like she's like portrayed as like being like kind of sympathetic to Hinako and the encounters we see of her. But we don't really know if that's like truly like accepting who Hinako is, or if that's just like the kind of patience she might give because like Hinako's like a child at the time, right? Because there's kind of like there's like things where like, you know, like the patience you give to a kid for their understandings versus like once they're older, like if you have that same patience for the same kind of behavior. So we don't know like where if Junko is like still a supportive sister to Hinako. Because there's kind of like an implication that maybe Shu is really the only person who accepts Hinako as she really is. But he also struggles to be like fully honest with her in all of his feelings, right? Like he wants Hinako to be able to be who she is, so like to the point where like I think he's probably afraid to state the feelings he has. And I think Hinako, because of how horribly negative her perspective of like marriage and relationships is that like even though she likes Shu, the idea of like marriage or like a relationship would immediately create like a negative, right? Like even if, because like there's no version of how she's seeing things where like the person you marry is like a good thing. So like even if she likes Shu, like the idea of like marrying Shu is like still a bad thing. Like she can't like envision a reality where like it ends up being like a positive to like marry somebody you love. In an Asian family, the eldest daughter is also supposed to be an example for the younger siblings to follow. Oh, I mean, I'm sure. Like that whole like setup is a whole other kettle of fish. Like the I think in Japanese it's the chojo is the eldest daughter, and the chonan is the eldest son. And I will say, like, I don't like maybe not so much for the chojo, but like you can almost always tell if you're talking to somebody who is the chonan. 'Cause boy, howdy, do they have a different kind of attitude. And not like a purely negative thing, but like also like the chonan, like the eldest son, is like the most likely to be the person still living at home. Because like it's such like this like in-ground idea that like once the parents are dead, like the chonan, like the eldest son will just like inherit everything. And such like an in-ground just like expectation that like they usually just like never move out. They just like stay in the parents' house, even if like if they're married and have kids, like they always just like stay with the parents because like they're just gonna get the house when mom and dad die. So like there's kind of like this like weird, like they're like less independent and more prone to like bowing to the whims of their parents, even if they're like in their 40s and should be old enough to make their own decisions. It's very interesting. And maybe that's getting better, but like even like when I was in Japan 10 years ago, like it was still pretty well how it was. It's mainly because girls are the bargaining chip, says Satun. Yeah, that is probably not wrong, Hatun. I mean, hopefully that's changing. That has mostly changed in Western society, at least. Like, there's not really like so much like a dowry system anymore. Although I want to still say that like there's a bit of a traditional idea of I think like the bride's parents are the ones who pay for the wedding. I don't know how true that still is. Like I don't know if that's like more if it's like split more like the couple has to pay for it or whatever, but I know that was kind of a thing. It maybe still is to a degree, but I don't know. It's not great. Would you stop spitting goo everywhere? Wow, he's tough. Certain places still have this thing, Sisatoon. Oh, I'm sure. It's probably... Oops, I need to go up here still. I do need to purify the sword. I have to purify the sword, not get the Agura no Hote-sama. And I have to sacrifice my brooch. Or my brooch. Is it brooch or brooch? I think it's supposed to be brooch, but I've always said a brooch when I read it, so I don't know.
This is the oldest Oinari-sama in town.
So let me get rid of this.
Thank you so much for helping me.
Brooch is the pronunciation. That sounds right. I feel like that's what I probably hear more.
From now on, I can take a stand on my own.
Goodswer says, from what I remember, my mom told me they never had a wedding party because they couldn't afford it, so they had the signing and that was it. Kind of makes me feel bad now that I think about it. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing too. I mean, I don't know. I know that, at least for me personally, like, if and when I ever get married, if that becomes a thing, like, I'm not super crazy about all the pageantry of the marriage process. Like, I'll probably acquiesce to the whims of my future spouse on whatever they want to do for that, because I don't care too much. But I know for some people it's like, it is definitely a big deal in not being able to do, like, it is a bummer to not have the option or ability to do that. It is unfortunate. So that's a little bit different than like choosing not to.
Is it dead?
My parents got married in Vegas with only my dad's side there. Oof. Oh, I guess that... I mean, I guess that makes sense. I guess with your... Because in your case, Attune, because I guess... Because your mom's side would have been a... Ooh! A bit... Yeah, oh, that is like a thing with like... Ow, stop! Like... kind of those cross-cultural marriages that, you know, happen with, you know, where the couple are like from different countries. Like, that probably does make it tough to like, because like, where do you get married? Because that's like one whole side of the family that would have to like travel like a long way if they came at all. Like, I know my uncle actually, this is actually still a bit of controversy in my family, because he got married over in Vietnam to his wife, and because his wife is from Vietnam, so he went over there to get married so that, you know, her family could participate in all the thing. And there's still a little bit of saltiness on you know, on the family on this side of the ocean, so to speak, about like, you know, because he got married somewhere that like nobody else was able to, you know, afford to travel or make it out to, you know, go for, and it's a whole... It's not as much, I think, a deal now, but like I think at the time it was there were opinions, but
Even the town?
that's
I need
kind
to
of
hurry home.
just kind of how that is, I guess. My mom's family was in the Philippines at the time. Yeah, that would that'd make it tough. That would definitely. I mean, because going from the Philippines to the U.S. is a heck of a trip. Not that it'd be like any easier the other way. Kind of just like, as at that point, you're just like choosing like, all right, which side of the family are we gonna like inconvenience with this? Do we flip a coin or like I don't know how you decide that kind of stuff. I guess that's probably why most of the time people tend to get married to other people that live close to them.
Wait. This place is still untouched?
Long distances tend to be added difficulty, I guess. Just depending on how much of the pilot is a daredevil, it can take from 8 to 16
It's
hours.
just scared. That's
Yeah, I mean,
all.
well, regardless, that is a
okay.
lot of time,
No
so...
need to be
Oops.
afraid. You alright? That's a lot of blood. Gotta get you fixed up.
Thanks.
Are you all right? How dare it bite kids? Beat that thing to death!
I'm Kotoyuki. What's your name?
I'm Hinako. Shimizu Hinako.
I didn't even remember that.
Hinako being so nice to her future husband. Yeah. God, could you imagine? Like, it's like a thing that happens in anime all the time, right? Like, it's such a trope of like, you know, like the two characters have like some, you know, moderately positive interaction when they're little kids, and it leads to true love blooming in that instant, and then they have to get married. I was like, and I don't know how often that really happens. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that one positive experience that happens when like you're 5 years old necessarily translates to true love, you know, 15 years down the road. I mean, I guess it could. But how often that seems to happen in Japanese storytelling is astonishing. Now, granted, why are you two there?
We're being forced to abandon ourselves. Being rushed into a mutually destructive conflict. Who is it? That's playing with us like puppets.
That's a strange...
Is it dead?
Why? Oh, mutually assured destruction, so that's like they killed each other or something, so they're both dead right there. I feel like the radio definitely like must have like so many different like things, because there's so many radios and only some of them ever play. It's not even like the same ones from playthrough to playthrough that have a message that goes off. But I don't think I've had like very many radios repeat. I missed! No, I didn't, I guess. I dodged because I'm incredible. Strangely, I feel this trope is more likely in Japan. It's very dense and a lot smaller than other places. I mean, I guess In terms of, like, you running across that same person years later, like, sure. Very off-topic question, but have you ever played Cry of Fear, Goodsworth? So I've never played it myself. I watched a playthrough of it a very long time ago. Back when the game was, like, still relatively new. So it's been, like, 10 years probably. Even more than 10 years, honestly. So, like, I do still kind of remember the game from that, but, like, it's actually on my list of, like, it's a game that I do want to play on the channel sometime. Because I think there's a lot of, from the things I do remember in the game, I think it had a really interesting, like, setup. It's also co-op? Really? Is that true? I mean, that makes it infinitely more interesting. Although I guess the second question would be, like, I would need to find somebody willing to play a horror game with me. Because if it is co-op, that's actually... I don't even know how that would work in that game. It's like, I only really remember there being, like... Yep, most of the maps can be played co-op. Interesting. It's like, I don't even know... I mean, like, I don't even remember there being, like, other characters you interact with in that game. Like, I feel like that whole game is, like, you're, like, solo. Like, you're, like, the only human in a city of monsters, from what I remember.
My town... It's nothing but a hive of monsters now.
So that is definitely... I mean, if that's true, that'd be, like, a really interesting way to experience the game, then. Anybody want to play a horror game with me? It plays out the same as just twice the monsters and ammo. Interesting. That's kind of cool, though. I'll need to see if I can find somebody willing to play that for a stream, maybe. I don't know how long the game is. Probably could play within a few streams or something. I'll need to ask my usual suspects of people who are willing to play games, maybe. Since I'm so at horror games. No, Hatun, don't belittle yourself. Cry of Fear could be your chance to prove to everyone how great you are. You don't know.
Leave me alone! I'm not going to become one of you!
Ouch. Tough but fair. Ow, stop! Stop exploding with things and stuff. Ow, stop it. Alright, well, I am going to heal myself. And I guess I will pick up another bandage the next time one presents itself. Same thing with Half-Life with Sven co-op. Sven. Well, I know Half-Life had... I'm trying to remember what it was called. But there was an official expansion pack of Half-Life that was a co-op game. It was like a whole unique story, like outside of the one with Gordon Freeman. And I'm trying to remember what it was called, but I had it on... Because I had Half-Life for the PlayStation 2, and it came with that co-op expansion built into it. And so I remember playing Half-Life by myself and playing that Half-Life co-op story with a friend. And we played it, like, literally overnight. Like we started the game, like, probably, like, at 7 p.m. and played all the way till morning to beat the co-op together. And I remember being so deliriously tired from that. Like, I don't even remember, like, the final couple hours of the game at all, because I was, like, basically unconscious with the controller. But I do remember being very cool. But I'm trying to remember what that was. Actually, this is going to bother me. Hold on. It was called Decay. Half-Life Decay. Decay. You play as two of the scientists like working to survive in the midst of the chaos. And I believe the way the story tied into the original Half-Life was that you were working to create the portal that Gordon Freeman eventually jumps through to fight the final boss in the original game. Like you're the scientist that like set that up to be possible for him. But I've never heard of Sven co-op. If that's like a mod or something, that's cool. Like, I do love the idea of cooperative horror. I wish I knew more people willing to play horror games with me. I mean, Smo kind of is. But, like, I know it's not, like, necessarily, like, his first choice. So I don't know if I need to, like, find more friends or ask around more or something. But, like, because, like, I still want to play it because, like, GTFO is, like, horror FPS that's super fun that I still want to play that. Phasmophobia I've never had a chance to play. I guess I could do Phasmophobia solo. It is technically possible. It's kind of a lot harder to play it by yourself, which is a lot scarier, I guess. So I guess I could play Phasmophobia solo. Let's get rid of the smelly brooch.
You've given me an amazing gift. Thank you so much. I appreciate the sentiment. But I need more time to find out if I'm worthy of accepting this.
Ooh, that's weird. A gift I cannot accept. Offered the brooch to the ancient Jizo statue. Interesting. Alright, so now we're officially locked in to the final ending. There's nothing else we can do. We purified the sword, we offered the brooch. At this point, there's nothing that we can do to change what ending we get. Who? Smo? But why? How would... Stop. I thought we were friends. Smo says, "Mwahahaha." Smo, we were just talking about you. How do you feel about playing a co-op horror game with me? Your choices are yes and absolutely. Cry Fear, so it's an extension that plays as co-op. You play as police cops that investigate the events of start of the game. Oh, okay, interesting. So, like, it is like an expanding of the story. I mean, that's kind of cool in its own way, though. Like, I like extra story. And I can't remember if Cry of Fear ever had a sequel, or if it was only ever the one. Suppose says yes, absolutely. Thank you. That's good to hear. You answered smartly. What if I just don't deal with that guy, actually? Because no, it's only one. That's a shame. But Smo, apparently Cry of Fear has a co-op mode. So if you're interested in playing Cry of Fear co-op, they did work on other projects. Oh, well, I know because I think the people who made Cry of Fear, I mean, they became frictional games, right? Like, they created the Amnesia series. I think. Unless I'm wrong. Like, I don't know. But anyway. Thanks for stopping in, Smo. I'm not sure if you've already left. But I understand if you have. We're not really in the middle of anything super spoilery, but I guess you know I have a lightsaber. Ow. Yep, I think as well, says Goodsworth. This says I'm gone, but I did add Cry of Fear to the library. I mean, I guess it is I think the original Cry of Fear was free, so... I guess that's easy enough to get it. Anyway, that'll be something to talk with Smo about later. Because that could be fun. I need to go this way. I have zero reason to go try to get more items. I may as well just press forward. Hey, a bandage. Grab that. That stupid idiot got stuck on the other bad thing.
No. It's got my home too. What's going on? The holes, the doors, everything's changed.
That's probably fine.
Why is it?
Hooray, the phone. I'll read your comment in just a moment, Goodsworth. We have to listen to this very important phone call from our sponsors.
Is this the Shimizu household? Hello! This is Okamoto Fisheries. Thank you for your continued...
Hello?
It's probably fine. I'm so sad that my little bunny tail is getting all dingy. I really wish like the funny costumes like didn't get the same kind of damage to them. I wish you got to say like a pristine bunny. I guess the ears stay clean no matter what. Like those ears are just as clean as they were when we started, which I love. I appreciate. But the rest of the outfit's not doing so hot. I think this no longer qualifies as mint condition. Unlucky. Good says, oh, interesting news. They're alive. They're going to be producing DLC and new campaigns for Cry Fear, as well as Cry Fear 1.7. And, of course, a remake on UE4 is coming a few years away. When was that news exactly, Goodsworth? Because, like, that's fascinating. Like, I do remember, because I looked into Cry Fear, like, a month or two ago, and I saw the community's, like, still pretty alive. Like, there's, like, a lot of mods available for it. Like, on the Steam page. Which is cool. It's cool to see that, like, a super old game is still getting, like, a lot of love. But I'm surprised to hear in 2022. I might have to look into that a little bit more. Because, I mean, if there's a chance that, like, Cry of Fear is going to be, like, remade soon... That'd be really interesting, because, like, potentially we could, like, play the original version of it and then be able to check out the remake, you know, not too much longer down the line. It'd be kind of neat.
My parents' room, isn't it?
Hold on, let me check. F. I think I missed an Emma. Gosh, dang it. The one time I didn't obsessively check, I think there's an Emma I missed. Ooh, grumpy. Okay, it's fine. I think there's an Emma I could have grabbed right before I came into the house. But I can't get it now, probably. Married couples. Kimie. Tomorrow's the big day. I'm looking forward to seeing Hinako dressed as a bride. I still can't believe she's marrying that rich young man. We won't have to worry about money ever again, and I'm sure Hinako will be happy too. You must feel like a huge burden's been lifted off of your shoulders. Let's take life easy now. We can fulfill that dream of yours of going to every onsen in Japan. If there are any other wishes you want to come true, just say the word. It's Mom's handwriting from here. Kanta. My dream is to hear you say such sweet words to me directly, not on paper. I mean, that kind of... I mean, that seems about right. Our dad's like, once we don't have... I mean, this is like a lot of people, right? Like, a lot of people, like, blame all of their problems, like, on not having enough money, or not having this, or not having that, or if only this was the case, then everything would be fixed. And Kanta clearly is in that camp of, like, the problem is not, like, his alcoholism, or his abusive nature, or his failed business ventures. The problem is clearly that his daughters aren't being sold off to rich enough people fast enough. And now that Hinako's finally doing something good for the family by being old enough to get married off to some random rich guy, all of his problems are fixed. And it's Hinako's job to do that for him, because reasons, I guess. Tunes is a wow. Because this is, found more recent NES. The remake got canceled. They couldn't afford the licensing for the engine, and some rumors of mental illness and allegations. Interesting. I mean, that doesn't sound so good, but...
This room... I don't recognize it.
Bandage? Don't need it. Can't open it, apparently. Okay. Ah, the fun kitchen. Now, they have to do some more looking into Cry of Fear, because I think that could be a really fun game to play. I don't know if it'd be like the next game to play. I'm still actually a little on the fence. And I don't know if y'all have any opinions, but like, because we've been playing Silent Hill F for so long now at this point. Like, there's so many other good games to play, but like, not sure if anyone has any opinions on what the next game should be. But I'd definitely be interested in hearing them. Oh, I can't open the sealed boxes anymore because I don't have the brooch. Dang. It's real rough, buddy.
When was this taken?
Wow. That's different. So I will say, now that we've entered the house and we're officially locked into our ending path, this is where things will be the most changed. Like, this puzzle is already different than any puzzle version we've seen before. We've never seen a version where, like, everyone's X'd out like that, so that's cool and probably fine. But we're also going to be getting some different cutscenes and storylines happening.
Does something go here?
White and black fought, battling upon a set of scales, yet neither wanted for the scales, for what they desired was simply a quiet, gray place where they could belong together. Whether we flee or spread our wings and fly is our decision alone, one to make only once we are ready. They had no use for those who towered from the heavens, imposing their will on others. Sure. Fair.
Shu? Is that you?
What's this doing here? This date. I feel like there's something special about it.
There's definitely significance to the dates on the calendars we're picking up. Unfortunately, I have no clue what they are beyond... Like, this is October 6th, 1962. It's like, this is like what the house is like at that time to her memory, I guess. Actually, we're going to save again. Nah, we're going to save in the next version of the house. Whatever. I think we're very likely to beat the game during our next session of playing, which is exciting to think about. It's like, I don't know if we'll stream on Tuesday, but I think we'll stream next Sunday. And I think that officially will be the end of our Silent Hill F playthrough. And we'll officially have to decide from there what we want to do. Hey, welcome to the family, son. Get out here! No, get out of that. Yes. Jeez. So rude. Yeah, so next Sunday we'll make a more hard decision. It's like we can either... I'm torn because, like, on the one hand, we could do more Silent Hill. Because there was talk about going back to the Silent Hill remake, like Silent Hill 2 remake. Get rest of the endings there. Because we only ever got the one ending. We could also play the original... Get back here! Stop running away from me, you a-hole! He's dead! Why am I still being attacked by plants? It's not fair. Dried carcass. A sickle, huh? Okay. It's that room. I think there's nothing in here. Okay. Weird. Nothing there either. Big waste of time, apparently. Okay.
Is this my room?
I'll deal with that in just a second. Get dead! Ow, I dodge. That was lame. Whatever. Huh? Chocolate. I'm just gonna heal. I have so many healing items all around me. Like, there's no reason not to, like, just kind of stay topped up. Kudzu tea. Since we did find a new letter from, I guess, Kanta to Kimie. It makes me like want to be like kind of thorough and make sure we don't miss anything else. Because it's like once you get to the house, like there actually like is a chance of new stuff. It's exciting. Oh gosh darn it! Look into the co-op. It's land-based. So you'll need a land VPN. Well, that will be a lot of work. I mean, it's not.
I used to play with this all the time.
I mean, yes and no, Goodsworth. You're not. It's like me and Smo have managed to play land-based co-op games before. Like we did it for one stream. We played Earth Defense Force that way. Earth Defense Force 5. I should be specific. So like we've made it happen before for other games.
Looks like this opens here.
I mean, it's definitely like not easy. Oh, there's a table in the way. What you gonna do? Oh, you want to stab me so bad, but then you get stabbed. Didn't think that would happen, did you? Give me that coin.
What's this?
I'm saving going into the bedroom for last. I think when I go in here, I'll find the painting, but I also get ambushed after I leave. Okay, usually requires Hamachi or land VPN service. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what we had set up. I'll have to ask Smo. I kind of let him be in charge of a lot of that the first time, but I can try to be more helpful now. I'm getting a bit more tech savvy with all the streaming I've done since then. So I can probably be a bit more helpful. You are already dead. Shriveled Buddha Age. Neat. Okay, so I got the painting. I just got to go inside the bedroom now.
I
Whoa.
had always thought that that's just how things are. So, when the offer for an arranged marriage came up, I thought, now it's my turn.
Why did you choose to marry someone you didn't know?
Well, our parents talked and brought in a matchmaker. And I was introduced to someone they felt was a good fit for me. Even though I had only just met this person. I could tell we would get along well. Marrying for love is nice. But love is blind. Once you're family, it's too late to worry about issues you have with your spouse.
I still don't understand what you and other women are talking about.
You want to have a happy marriage and lead a happy life, right?
That's where you're wrong. That's probably where me and everyone else are different.
Different? How?
I don't think being happy is what matters most. I mean, I do want to be happy, but there's something more important than that.
And what's that?
Making my own decisions. I don't want people to make me happy. I want to choose to be happy. Even if I end up miserable. If it's because of what I chose on my own, then it's all worth it. People always say a woman's happy when she has a dependable husband and a bunch of kids. I don't care if I never experience any of that for the rest of my life. What's most important to me is not whether or not I'm happy, but if I can choose my own fate.
I have to admit, that all sounds like an unrealistic ideal to me.
But I don't think you're wrong about what you're saying.
Hmm.
In another 100 years, no, perhaps sooner than that, there will come a time when true happiness is choosing your own path, no matter the outcome. I obviously can't live in that world, but I hope you can, Hinako.
Happiness is choosing your own path, no matter the outcome. Not choosing your own path is the opposite of happiness. I won't be told what to do. My choices are my own.
That was a really interesting conversation. I think that's a little too on the nose towards the end, where she's like, because, you know, it takes place in the 60s, she's like, well, you know, maybe in 100 years, or no, sooner than that, people will have the ability to choose their own fate. Like, some kind of like wink and a nod to the audience or the people playing the game, I guess. Like, that's you. You have the choice to make your own fate, I guess. I mean, and hopefully that's, I mean, I guess it's more true now than it was probably in the 60s. But, like, I think some improvements could still be made. Project from art class. My future self. Shimizu Hinako. The canvas is blank, but even now, imagining the countless possibilities of what I could fill all this blank space with makes me excited. That's kind of a cool idea. Calendar placed in the room for some reason. That's the only time where we don't have a confrontation with ourself. We have the confrontation with the Junko. And that's probably a real conversation we had. And I think it's actually kind of like, I do appreciate that, like, we saw, like, a real Junko, I think, in that moment. Like, there's kind of like this demonic version of Junko that's kind of been haunting us throughout the game. But I think in this moment, just right here, we saw the real Junko, and we kind of saw, like, her real feelings on the matter. And I think that was, like, it was good to see, like, how she looked at it, because she didn't, like... And it's also, like, you can kind of... It's very easy to understand, like, why Hinako looks up to Junko. Because even if Junko doesn't, like, really agree with Hinako, she did listen to everything Hinako said. She actually listened. And she didn't, like, disparage her for what she said. You know, she didn't... You know, she kind of gave her a bit of a realist perspective of, like, it's like, well, that sounds nice, but that's probably not how it's going to happen. Kind of a thing. But she did at least listen. 1960, May 26th. So actually, 1960 probably really is when Junko got married. That's like, you know, like a couple of years earlier, like while Hinako's still in middle school. I could see that could happen. That's like, that seems kind of a reasonable on the timeline. Go ahead and save. All right. And then I think we're actually going to also call it here for tonight. I think this is a good pausing point, considering the time we're getting to be at here. And I think we're pretty well set for, like, the next stream is going to be our final stream of Silent Hill F. And we're going to see what we end up with. So that's exciting. We'll see where we end up here. And then I guess we'll kind of have to talk about what the next game's going to be. I know there's a lot of options. Maybe we'll talk about it, like, on Discord or, like, on some community posts or something. Cartoons says end of an era. No, I mean, it's taken a lot longer to play through this than I thought it would. Granted, I think if I'd been able to stream every single opportunity possible, could have got this done a bit faster, but I ended up being sick a couple of times and other things. Says, well, good night, everyone. Yeah, good night, y'all. I guess good night to Hatoon and Goodsworth and Smo stop by and Loading Error. All the other folks are here being sneaky stealthy. That's fine. Yeah, I think we're going to call it. So, and thanks for everybody that's been so patient with this. Like, we've been playing the same game for like 3 months, essentially. Which, in retrospect, is maybe not the wisest way I could have done this. Maybe we could have, like, done some other games in between playthroughs or something. But I don't know, I've been really... I really like this game. And I kind of like being able to play the same game over and over like this to get, like, more and more context out of it. Like, it's kind of like a way I like to experience games. I realize it's maybe not everybody's cup of tea, but it's been fun for me. And I appreciate everyone's patience for that. And we'll see everybody on probably Sunday. Like, I don't know if I'll be able to stream Tuesday. We'll see. Maybe Tuesday. Because the story is pretty interesting, especially with every playthrough revealing more of the story. No, it's pretty cool. Like, I kind of wish... I don't know what I wish, I guess. It's been fine. It's not, like, too long of a game. It's kind of, like, right on that edge, though, because, like, I'm definitely, like... I don't know. Once you play the same thing over and over again, you kind of get to, like, all right, this is... a little much, maybe. Like, 5 times is maybe a little much for how much is really different between playthroughs. That could be a bit of a negative, but anyway. All right. We'll see everybody. Hope you have a good week ahead of you. We'll, talk more on the Discord or next stream. So, all right. See everybody. Good night. Take care.